What's going on, everyone? Mr. Jones, Matt Logic 44, home dude. Good to see y'all here. Let's see. Mr. Jones said, "Ayo, what to do? Who want to fight?" I like that he's ready to fight people right off the jump. Happy Sunday, y'all. This is Matt Logic 44. Got some nines from home dude. Mr. Jones says, "I'll tuck and fight everybody in this mother tucker." He's going crazy right now. He's ready to fight everyone. Home dude with the yo, son, and the E. Not the booty hole E, Sonny. But appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got 7 people here. It's always good to start with single digits. That way I get to know everybody, know what's going on. As you see from my name here, I haven't seen Doctor Strange 2 yet. So no spoilers. No spoilers coming tonight from me. Uh, but yeah, hopefully everybody that saw it enjoyed it. I've been seeing people on Facebook. Some people been saying they like it. Some people have been saying they don't, but they don't really look like the comic book type people or like the Marvel type people. So I think they might have been a little lost if they didn't keep up with everything. Again, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if you have to see everything. Marcus G, what's going on, man? But we did see the bad guys. So if y'all don't want me to spoil the bad guys, y'all let me know. Nah, my little one wanted to check it out, so we went and saw that. It was pretty good though. It was that movie actually wasn't that bad. See, Mr. Home Dude says 8-10 for him for um was it Multiverse of Madness? Mr. Jones says he liked it. Hopefully I'll be able to give my take on it next weekend. We'll see if I make it out there. I do know that a lot of people are watching it though. Mr. Jones says I'll send it to you with we send it. Uh what was the other one? Mega upload. I used to use that one all the time. Marcus he says, did we talk about Moon Knight last week? I lost all understanding of time. I don't know if we brought up Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's done. I did watch all of that. Did finish that up. I liked it. I know there's a lot of people. There's a lot of that one's kind of split. People were a little bit split on that one. So I thought it was good. I I uh I like how did everybody see Moon Knight before I go and start ruining everything and spoiling it. Then make sure everybody saw the last episode of Moon Knight, which was on May 4th, which was a Star Wars day. So sucks for all the Star Wars fans who had to get Star Wars outshined by this finale. I don't know if I want to call it series finale, season finale. There's supposed to not be a second season, but who knows? Um, but yeah, but the finale of um Moon Knight. So let's see. Mad Logic 44 says let's discuss. Mr. Jones says there's a couple Marvel Legends getting jacked up in price since MOM came out, though. Yeah, that's the only spoil. Well, Marvel Legends are the reason that part of the movie is getting spoiled from me. Um, because I'm seeing prices go up, and then I'm seeing people either bashing figures that are from the movie or posting figures from the movie, obviously Doctor Strange and Wanda with other figures. So it's kind of messed up. I don't know why people like to spoil things, but it is what it is. I'm trying to stay away from all the spoilers. But yeah, it's hard. It's real tough. It's actually tougher on Facebook than it is on Instagram. Mark C says, aside from finale, it's wild to me how we went from Steve eating vegan soup. Well, I think the turning point in that was when they were on the boat and he was like, "Oh, if you have it in you, I have it in me." And then that's when Steven with a V went ahead and was like, "Oh, I can do this too." But that show it was I know some people are like, "Oh, it was a letdown." I think the last episode was too quick. I think it should have been spread over more episodes. Sorry, I'm messing with this figure and I almost broke his hand. Marcy says the finale was like every finale for me, which is fine. No Disney Plus MCU finale has been bad. In my opinion, just crammed with fun action and wrapping things up real quick. It wrapped it up too quick for me though. Homedew says Moon Knight was 6.9 out of 10 for me, but I really like Moon Knight as a character. I just feel the show didn't serve justice. I just think that the last episode was way too fast. It's like I know they wanted to wrap it all up, but I feel like they should have stretched it out a little bit. Um, from wrapping up the whole Mark versus Steven thing and wrapping up Conchu, it was just too much in too little time, and it wasn't even the longest episode, which is kind of weird. I figured they would at least made it a longer episode. Mark Rose, what up? He says, "What's going on, man?" Adam Gonzalez, aka Gonzo, says, "Hey, what up, Sonny? What's going on, Adam?" Adam also says, "Sup, Marcus?" Marcus, he says, "Same. It's dope, but they went heavy with that episode 5. But if they only carried that sort of right into the final episode, I'll give them props to make us feel confused along with with Steven. Yeah, the ending though, I did like the ending. So the very end, the post credits or mid credits scene, that worked out for me. So that told me, all right, okay. Even if the show is over, at least the character moves on. Let's see. Obi-Wan Chigonis, what's going on, man? It says, hello, boys. 2 thumbs up. If you're just joining, you see I haven't watched Strange 2, but we're talking about Moon Knight right now. But yeah, I don't know if uh if they're gonna put him in the MCU, that'll be dope. I know people are saying that he's supposed to, he could be in a Blade movie, which if you saw the Eternals, the Blade was there. Let's see, Mark Z says they left it open for future Moon Knight seasons or general appearances, it seems. I think it's general appearances. Um, because I believe Oscar Isaac already confirmed there was not going to be a season 2. So at this point, it's probably just going to be either more Disney Plus shows that he'll pop up in or a movie or 2 that he'll pop up in. Either way, I'd like to see it. Like to see where they go with the character. Did everybody saw it, right? So I can talk about what showed up in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, as soon as we get off of the stream, go watch it. But just cover your ears for right now. No, but was it Layla's character? She would look dope as a Marvel Legend. I'm just throwing it out there. In case someone from Hasbro accidentally clicks my video and watches it, that would be dope. Let's see. Mr. Jones saw Moonlight, the last Moonlight. Adam Gonzalez says no Doctor Strange spoilers, please. Adam, look right here. Haven't seen, aka hasn't seen Doctor Strange 2, so there'll be no spoilers because I haven't seen it yet either. Lucky Butter, what's going on, man? He says, all right, what I missed? Talking about the last episode of Moon Knight. Mark C says, that's unfortunate. Moon Knight was really good. At least one more season would have been good. It also says, Layla Sue's cool. I got questions, thoughts, though. Let's talk those. My oldest, when we were watching it, he also had some questions. As far as he was like, how does she know how to fight? How does she know how to fly so easy? And I was like, yeah, that was I assume because the gods know how to do that. So hoping that that's what happened. Mr. Jones says, wonder if the people will use that 5K toys, not Leatherhead, to make a custom Amit. Oh man, yeah, you could dress that up. That what is it, the crocodile hunter or whatever it's called, the hunter, the huntress or something like that. Yeah, you could use that alligator or crocodile, whatever. I guess it's a crocodile because they're in Egypt. Is it? I don't know how that works. I know in America we have alligators, not crocodiles. Adam says didn't notice it. Yeah, I put that right there, man. So that way there's no spoilers coming tonight. That way all 6 people who usually watch will not be afraid to watch. Let's see. Mr. Jones is drawing as usual. Hey, Mr. Jones, that Fantastic Four drawing was dope, man. I saw you said you were working on it for about a year. That's pretty dope drawing though, man. Well, actually, everything you do is pretty cool, man. Mark C says if she's the hippo goddess's avatar, Tara Tarawet Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. Wouldn't she have a suit powers based on her or death? The wings seem kind of out of nowhere. I mean, it was cool, not gonna lie. Well, oh yeah, I guess because yeah, because Moon Knight has the mummy wraps similar to Khonshu, but it doesn't have anything bird related. Yeah, she should have been a hippo. Like that would be cool if they made Layla a fat superhero. Also, I thought the details on Tara Wet. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. When she's standing there with Mark and her little hippo ears are doing the little hippo ear thing, I was like, dang man. So it makes it feel like I'm looking at a real hippo in the zoo, which was cool. Shout out to the people who decided to make her ears flap around like that, like mosquitoes are on her. Let's see. Mr. Jones working on a giant Power Rangers kaiju battle in that last episode. Oh, okay. Giant Power Ranger kaiju battle in that last episode of Moon Knight was hella dope. Some people I saw a lot of people complain about that. I thought it was cool. It served as a good backdrop for what was going on in the foreground. Oh, Lucky Butter says needs to finish Moon Knight. Dang, sorry, Lucky Butter. We started talking about it. Let's see. Mr. Jones working on a Common Rider Revise villain commission. Let's see. Layla being goofy when Tower Red possessed it was cute, to be honest. That was actually cool. That was a good acting job by the actress that played Layla when she did that. Uh, I just imagine that the figure report also played opposite of her. I'm gonna go ahead and spread that rumor and say that the figure report also played Layla. Let's see. Oh, Marcus Z says you've been sick for the last few days. Missed out some celebration, but it worked out. I hope you're doing better, man. Let's see. Oh, okay. Lucky Butter says we're good to bring on the spoilers. All right. Mark Z says, yeah, I thought Layla having super strength like a hippo would make sense. Maybe the wings came from some connection to the beetle amulet. I guess that makes sense. Well, I like that the end of the wings were swords. I was like, man, that's dope. And I completely looked past the fact that she looked nothing like a hippo. But then it's like, why was Conchu the only one that's a dead bird? Like, Amit was a live alligator or crocodile or caiman. She could have been caiman. I don't know. And Tarawet, I'm never gonna say that right. Was uh, Marcus? He says my guts ain't. Uh, she was a hippo. She was a live hippo, and so I was like, I don't know. It just seemed kind of odd. Homedew says Moon Knight, etc. is pretty demonic how their avatars and stuff, which is kind of how actors, magicians, etc. do it in real life. Adam says because that's the way Mark saw him. Hmm. He saw him as a dead bird. So then I wonder what Arthur Harrow saw him as. That brings up a good point, man. I don't know. Is that how he presented himself to Mark? Now I'm all confused. Now I gotta go watch it again. So then Layla saw. Well, no, Layla never saw Tower Wet. She just like came to her, was like, "Oh, I know your daddy." Oh, Adam says, "I think." Uh, Mario Z says one thing I want to see if Black Panther's Bass is connected to Moon Knight Egyptian deities. I was talking with one of my coworkers about that, and he said, "Yeah, that's kind of what he was expecting to show it to connect Moon Knight to the MCU." So we'll see. Other people were saying, why didn't Moon Knight show up to help fight Thanos? But I was like, I don't know the timeline of when he became Moon Knight. So I don't think it would have. I think that would have played into some of it if he became Moon Knight after the snap. Then of course he wouldn't be there to fight Thanos. Let's see. Mr. Jones says maybe Khonshu was like Galactus and he appears differently to different people. So then, well, see, now I want to know what Arthur Harrow looked like when he was the Avatar. Or I don't know, would he even had a super suit? Well, yeah, I guess he would have because Khonshu was the only one that was interfering with humans. Lucky Butter says, has anything been said about Moon Knight getting a second season? I heard it was a one and done. No, apparently Oscar Isaac confirmed that it was just one season, but he did say that he is open to playing the character some more. Which once you see the ending, it'll make sense to you. Mark Z says, why would Moon Knight be involved to fight Thanos? I doubt Khonshu would want to get involved. It's none of his business, but that's like the common excuse nowadays. Yeah, yeah. Like the Eternals. The Eternals were the same thing, like, oh, we don't interfere with humans. So that's just kind of thing like that. Mark Z says exactly. Harrow as the Moon Knight would be kind of interesting. Yeah, I would like to see how he would look, and I would like to have seen how he saw Khonshu. If Khonshu had like feathers and stuff. I don't think. Yeah, I guess it would be kind of weird. He wouldn't be a mummy. Maybe he would be a mummy still. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been cool to know exactly what he would have looked like. Also, it's kind of the way they just popped off all the other gods in that one, like, real quick, kill everybody right away. It's kind of weak. I wish they would have actually put up a fight or something instead of him just using his little stick. But who knows? Maybe we'll get a season two. Lucky Buster says I'm cool with that. No need to give us more seasons just for the fun of it. I mean, it would be cool to keep seeing the character move along. But like I said, as long as he's still involved in the MCU, that'd be dope. Adam Gonzalez says maybe you can play Moon Knight in the second season. I'm still waiting for them to give me a call and be like, "Hey, we need you to come play the Hood." I'm like, all right, I'm down. If I ever find out that Mike Judge is gonna direct a movie in the MCU, I'm definitely gonna be in his inbox. Like, hey man, can I be the Hood? Just ask them. Just ask them if I could be the Hood. I'm like, I don't even need a big part. Just be there with my jacket, my red hood, and I just stand in the back. Like you can pay me the same rate that I was paid for Idiocracy, and nowadays that only pays for like 3 tanks of gas. Marcus E says, I want to see what's up with these Egyptian gods where Ngor the God Butcher comes into the MCU. I know that as Guardians, the Olympians are screwed. Man, that Thor movie looks dope. Yeah. And Christian Bale's a good actor too. It's cool how he was Batman in DC and now he's gonna be a villain in Marvel. So Lucky Butter says it was a pretty good weekend. Oh, okay. Pretty good weekend. Lucky Butter had. Mr. Jones says Sonny's gonna play Osiris in the next season. I would. I'd play Osiris. That'd be dope. I can hang with Osiris. Lucky Butter says, "Oh, Sonny, are you gonna grab the new Moon Knight figures when they hit stores?" Moon Knight figures and actually all that Disney Plus are supposed to hit in what 2023. So it's gonna be a long time before anybody gets those. What the figure report should have done was made molds off of them, and he could have sold them at flea markets and stuff all around the nation. No, I'm just kidding. You should never make molds. If Hasbro sends you figures to review for early purposes or whatever, do not make molds of them. Isn't that right, Hasbro? I gotta look innocent in case Hasbro sees this. But yeah, no, those Mikey did a good job on those reviews. It would have been cool to have an unmasked head at least for one of the figures. Like that would have been dope. Oh, Dan Yoon's there. As I'm up here saying, don't make molds, Dan Yoon pops in. Yeah, don't make molds. What's going on, Dan? I was not telling anybody to make molds. I just want to leave that, put that clear right there. Uh, Mark Z says, I haven't seen Doctor Strange, MOM, but I'm assuming American Chavez figure is now hard to find. I actually saw one hanging on the peg the other day. That's a good figure, though. And it's a Latino character. I like that. Like the diversity there. Uh, Dan Marcus G says Dan Yoon is like Conchu. He appears out of nowhere. Yeah, he snuck right in there. He's like, hey man, stop telling people to make molds. No, no, it would have been cool though if they made a Oscar Isaac head for one of the figures. I'm just gonna. We don't know yet. We don't know. Although people were asking, speculating what would be the next figures in that Ultron wave, and I threw out it's probably gonna be Miss Marvel. Her show's coming up next. Um, so we don't. I don't know. We'll see who fills it out. But yeah, 2023 is when those are coming through. Obi-Wan Chingona says an unmasked head is what I was thinking too. Yeah, that would be cool, man. Some people were throwing on the Star Wars Black Series head for Oscar. What is it? The Star Wars Black Series Oscar Isaac head onto the Moon Knight body. I know I have Moon Knight around here somewhere. Uh, but it looks all small. Like his head looks too small for it. Yeah, the Poe head. Uh, you put the Poe head on Moon Knight, and it just looks like a Poe Moon Knight. So, uh, and all y'all Poe folks know what I'm talking about. Where it doesn't quite look right. It's passable, like in the dark at night, but you can't have no light on. It'll look passable, but the head is too small. Mark Z says, I saw one a while ago, but the other day I couldn't find her. She's a good figure. Like so many people were making fun of her figure when it came out, and I was like, hey, chill, that sounds racist. Black Mrs. Jones says Black Series Poe. Okay, yeah. Lucky Butter says, oh man, that Black Series head was terrible. Yeah, it doesn't really quite look like one. Matt Logic 44 says picked up that America on Friday. Target put her on markdown already. Dang. I did see people post that she's already $17 on clearance at Target. But every Target is different though. Because I used to work at Target, so like the markets are different. So like it depends on how the product is moving and how the whatever the item type is moves. Like I worked at a Target, as racist as it sounds, I worked at a Hispanic Target, so we sold Spanish music. Whereas like I think only two other Targets in Austin sold Spanish music. So it all depends on the market. So that's why some people are like, oh well, these figures are clearance here, they're not clearance here. Yeah, it's all because of the market. Because then they had African American Targets as well, and that's where I had to go buy all my Sanford and Son box set DVDs. I had to go to different Targets. When I worked at a Target already, I just didn't have they didn't give me the space to set out those specific DVDs because they were like, those are for black people. I'm like, no, man, everybody loves Sanford and Son. And I had to always go to a different Target for them. But yeah, so some of them have our markdown, some don't. Mark Z says 12-inch Marvel Legends Khonshu and Amit scaled up with Surtur. Oh, that would be dope right there, man. That would be cool because then you can reenact that last battle between the two. Also, I saw somebody do a custom uh Khonshu with the Neca mummy bottle with the bird head. I guess they 3D printed and they had the a clear neck piece. So it looked cool. But Neca's terrible. So I don't mess with Neca too much. But yeah, a 12-inch would be dope. I got my Surtur up there. Sitting on my quinceanera throne. I know I showed it off last time. There we go. Got it from a piñata store. But that would be cool. It would be cool to have the two of them in that 12-inch size. Lucky Butter says, I really wish that figure got a retooling and way better face design. You talking about America Chavez? Mark C says, I mainly want the American Childs figure for the Converse. And if we get Miss Marvel, she got the red chucks, and I'm down for that too. It's always cool to have tennis shoes or some chucks on the figures. Matt Logic 44 says those are labeled urban stores. C volume. Yeah. Well, like so when I was at Target, I actually worked in the movies, music, and books we sold book when I don't know if they sell books still, but it was all one section. It was the entertainment section. And my planograms said Hispanic, but then I always got the African American planograms as well. You know, the racist part is they didn't have any white stores. No, I'm just kidding. That was every other store. No, but yeah. So we always had the differences like that. Mark C says Contra actually kicked ass in the little last episode for a little screen time he had in those fights. I don't know, man. He was getting pieced up at that one point, like where I guess I could say it, where Jake pops up, handles up, and then Mark comes back. So Contra was losing. So I don't know. Marcus he says, like, look at old Birdman go. Lucky Butter says Sonny loves his NECA figures. Nah, man, NECA. Someone made a put on Facebook. They were like, they posted the April O'Neil face from the NECA from the movie April O'Neil. Like they used an app in their phone to make it look different, look a little bit better. And then they were like, yeah, man, can you imagine if NECA made high end figures? And then someone comments and they're like, NECA thinks they do. And I was like, that's exactly right. Sonny loves his NECA figures now that Poe Dameron Black Series 1. Let's see. Matt Logic 44. Oh, you was a specialist. That's exactly right. I wasn't gonna use the term, but yeah, I was specialist. What was it? Because you were a level one, level two, which was a specialist, and then level threes, and then you had the what was the MOD manager on duty, and then the I forgot what they called the was it the store? I can't remember what the other ones were, but yeah. Yes, I was a specialist for all of I think 1.5 years or something like that. There you go. Matt Lodge says ETL baby. Marcus says Jake. Oh yeah, I didn't mean Jake. It was not Steven, not Mark. It was Jake. Uh, man, I forget that like everybody who collects toys now once worked at Target. Mr. Jones, see, Mr. Jones says, man, I was flow team at Backroom Logistics. Man, so I went from the level one, team member to the specialist for MMB. Now that I can use that proper lingo. And then I ended up going to what do they call it? SBS, which is store building services. Um, where I was doing maintenance basically. And I had a lot to do with flow team and backroom all the time. They were always breaking stuff. Mark C says it was Mork. Dude, that'd have been hilarious if Khonshu rolled down that or it was all like, meet my newest avatar, Mork. Mork Sphincter. Nasser, what's going on? Says, what up, Sonny? Gotta go. I'm gonna catch the replay tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, man. Lucky Butter says, any crazy stories from working at a Target, Sonny? There's lots of crazy stuff that goes on at Target. Mr. Jones says, then I got fed up, walked down, and promoted myself to guest. Man, Matt Lodger said I ran flow in back room. Dang, dude. Nah, I was so when I was building services, so building services, let me go ahead and break that down for y'all. What we do is we make sure things don't break. So or what we did. I don't work for them no more. We made sure things didn't break. We did preventive maintenance and stuff did break, we fixed that stuff. One time they hit me up on the walkie-talkie, they're like, well, I happened to hear I was walking around. They were like, "Hey, does anybody see Sonny around?" And they were like, "I got him right here." And I was like, "What's up, y'all?" And they're like, "Sonny, we need you to come to the women's fitting room." I was like, "All right, I'll be there." I head over to the women's fitting room. I was like, "What's up?" I got my trusty screwdriver and my pliers with me. I always kept a screwdriver and pliers with me just because, you can fix anything with those. But I headed over there, and them fools said, "Yeah, we need you to take care of a situation inside one of the stalls." And I said, "What happened? Did the door fall off?" They were like, "Nah, there's some bloody tampons in there." I said, "Yeah, not gonna do that." I walked away. I was like, "I don't know what part of fixing things you thought me covered picking up bloody tampons." I was like, "You want me to cut up the carpet that it's on, wrap it up, and throw the carpet away? All right, but I'm not just gonna go out there and touch those." But yeah, that was there you go. Matt Logic says in SoCal they crap in there. There was that happened after I went back to the sales floor because I was building services for about 2 years, I want to say, and then I got a different job, so I demoted myself. I got demoted back down to level one sales floor team member, and that happened one night, and I was like, "Ha! I'm still not gonna clean that up." But yeah, it is, man. Women are disgusting. I'm just gonna go say it. We got 16 people. They're probably all dudes. Women are disgusting. Whenever I had to fix anything in the restrooms, if I go into the men's restroom, I can fix it and be done. If I go into a women's restroom, I gotta clean everything first, fix what I had, and then clean stuff again because whatever I took apart, there was even more messing. It was I don't know what's going on, but it was disgusting. Mark Z says I had a friend who worked in the Macy's in downtown Boston. They said someone I really gotta start reading those before I start talking. I mean, before I say them audibly. One of the clothes in the fitting room. So there was an incident one time where uh I got in and the back room lead, he was it wasn't Matt Logic. He wasn't Matt Logic. It was a different backroom lead, but he had said he was all like, "Yeah," he goes, "I finally got them." And I'm like, I was going in at 5 a.m. because it was new release day. It was Tuesday. I go in at 5 a.m. He's like, "I finally got them." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Those two." He goes, "I caught the two janitors that come in." He's like, "They kept disappearing. I didn't know where they were going." He's like, "It turns out they were having sex in the stairway up to the manager's office." And I was like, "You caught them having sex on okay." He was like, "Yeah." He goes, "They kept disappearing all the time." I was like, "Where are these dudes going?" He's like, "I caught them." He's like, "They're out of here." And I was like, "All right. Well, who's gonna clean up the mess though?" I was like, "I'm not cleaning up the mess, dude." But yeah, crazy things go on at Target, man. Adam Gonzalez says, "How did Mother's Day go today?" Oh, we just chilled here. It wasn't too eventful. Mr. Jones says, "Oh yeah, I found out how disgusting women were at my first retail job, and they got the nerve to say man nasty." Yeah, it's a night and day type of thing, man. Mark C says, "LOL, Gonzo trying to bring his convo back to some level of sanity." Yeah, Adam, we're sticking with the Target talk right now. Uh, Lucky Buster says, "Poop just clapped up on the ceiling of the women's restroom somehow." Man, I'm telling you, dude. There was one where we had some interns come through, like they were at Target for a few weeks, and the HR lady came up to me. She was like, "Hey, Sonny, we need you to go take care of our situation in the women's restroom." I said, "All right, what happened?" And they were like, "Someone was in the restroom, and when they flushed the toilet, the water shot up." And I was like, "Water shot up?" And they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "It got on her back. It was clean water though. It was clean water, so don't worry about it." And I was like, "Oh, that's gross." I go, "Did y'all give her a shirt or something?" She was like, "Oh, she was one of the interns, so we just gave her a Target shirt. She's gonna wear that." But it did get her back wet. And at first I was like, "Man, hold on, why you say back wet like that?" Like, well, okay. But I go to the women's restroom to the stall that they said. and I flushed the toilet, and it was not clean water that shot up. So I was like, yeah, that one. I went back to the HR. They was like, y'all might want to like give her some wet wipes too, cause that water ain't clean at all, man. Look, see, there you go. Matt Logic says overnight was crazy. People bang all the time. Mr. Jones says, well, I worked at Kroger, my first job. My buddy Justin was a janitor. There was this girl everyone wanted to smash, and he had to clean the ladies' room after she left. Ugh, it happens. Lucky Brother says, oh yeah, just water. Yeah, it was not water. Like when I flushed it, I was like, this is disgusting. Ken Story says, when I worked at Walmart in the women's changing room, I don't know why it's a popular place. Like take the seats out or something. Uh, Mr. Johnny was like, fuck. Oh man. Let's see. Obi-Wan Chico says it could have been an instant. I lost my tampon moment, which you may have missed out on. I don't. I don't think it was innocent. I think it was for real. Also, they were always finding like people would steal tampons. They'll go to fitting rooms. I guess they put one in or whatever. So you find like tampon wrappers and stuff, and the boxes opened up. Mark C says this live stream is for the spooky hours. I mean, if you're in the East Coast, it's almost midnight. Actually, it is midnight if you're in the East Coast. Happy May 9th. Adam Gonzalez. All right, Sonny fellas, gotta go. See you guys later. Hey, see you later, man. Appreciate you for stopping through. Uh, it's pretty much downhill from here, Adam. So I don't know if you even want to catch the replay tomorrow. So it's gonna go all downhill at this point. Uh, no, but yeah. So that was always happening. Uh, theft was also really big at Target. Um, so when I took over the movies, music, and books section, my department was the number one stolen from area at Target. And so when I took it over, I went over to the back stockroom people and I told them, hey, I go, let's slow down on chilling. Just don't, I don't want to see y'all taking anything. I don't want none of my product missing. And some of them are all like, oh, we don't steal. And I was like, shh. I was like, it's not up for discussion. I'm just letting y'all know if I catch y'all stealing my product, we're gonna have issues outside in the parking lot. And one dude was from my neighborhood. He was like, "Yeah, man, I believe him." And bam, went from number one to number three. Also, sometimes I pull a knife on people trying to steal from my section while on the clock. But hey, you don't steal from me. Uh, Marcus says, "I'm ahead of the game. Sleep deprivation." Ken Stewart said, "Went into the men's room once when I was a stockman. Blood all over the toilet and the floor. What? Oh man, that's gotta be. Maybe they had a nosebleed. Well, put it out there. Maybe they had a nosebleed. I don't know. But either way, yeah, I don't think I would touch that blood. Actually, we always had to take those God, what are they? Training sessions. Bloodborne, airborne, and something else borne diseases. And they were like, if you see blood, don't touch it. And I was like, well, I don't understand why you have to have a training to tell me not to touch somebody else's blood. Like, who doesn't have that common sense? Like, oh, there's blood. Oh yeah, that's blood right there. Like, I don't understand. Mark C says, since y'all talking, have you heard the story of the yogurt shop murders in Austin, Texas in 1991? Saw a video this morning about it. Yeah, man. I was 8 years old when that happened, or 7 or 8. But yeah, yogurt shop murders, man, that went on. We heard about that for years here. Also, did y'all hear in Austin, Texas, at a Goodwill, somebody found a Roman head sculpture? They said from either like 1 BC or 1 AD. They were like it's between right there between the BC and AD crossover, and they found the sculpture head at Goodwill, one of the stores here in Austin, for $35. And I was tripping, like, man, someone paid $35 for an item at Goodwill. I would at least talk them down to like 18. But then she went and did the thing, and she was like, "I better call the experts in." And she called experts, and they're like, "This was stolen during World War II from the Germans." I'm like, personally, I think if we stole something from the Germans, they were doing some pretty bad stuff to begin with. I think it's finders keepers at that point. But she did find it, and they took it from her. They're like, "All right, we'll take it from you." But I was like, "What happened to her $35 though?" That's why if it was me, I would be like $18. And then the dude there would have been like, "All right, that's cool. I don't really care. $18." And then if the museum took it and we're like, "We have to return this back to Germany," I wouldn't feel so bad because I only lost $18. But if I lost $35, I'd be like, "That's a Defender Strange right there." Let's see. Ken Soy says, "Don't know, didn't want to know." Matt Logic 44 says Black Fridays were the best, worst. That's actually very accurate right there. I like Black Friday because all the sales and I can hide stuff because I work at Target. I can be like, "This is mine." When I get off the clock, I'm like, "Hey, this is gonna show one in the system. It's mine." All right, nobody took that. But yeah, you get the worst people coming out too. Ken Sawyer said didn't want to know about the blood. Lucky Butter says so. Target has a Dookie squad that deals with the women's restroom. I mean, it's weird because it's like when you're maintenance, you're there to fix things. You're not there to clean up. Like everybody thought I was a janitor for some reason. I'm like, I'm not a janitor. I'm here to fix things. I'm here to fix things, and I'm here for you to tell me when OSHA comes through because I'm not following any of the laws. Ken Sawyer says, "Man, I forgot about the training videos." Then years later, I'm watching SpongeBob with my daughter, and boom, it was a training video for the Krusty Krab, Krusty Krabby. Oh, yeah, no, man, the training videos were weird, dude. Uh, Marcus, he says, "Damn Germans is a Roman head." Clockwork Orgy says, "Yo, what's up, my stillborn friend? What's going on, man?" Says, "Hey, everybody." Lucky Butter says, "You know the people that just started working on that, or the person that no one liked their work." Let's see. Okay, yeah, nah, but what's talking about? We're going back Black Fridays. So Black Fridays were cool. Like I said, you get all that stuff. The thing that I didn't like about Black Fridays is that you get a lot of product you don't normally sell, and then that product doesn't sell at Black Friday, and then you're stuck with all this random overstock. And then people get mad because when they come back like weeks later, they're like, "Oh, I bought that at Black Friday. It was $78 for that Audio Vox stereo." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's on clearance for $32. Do you want another one? Like, I really don't care what you paid weeks ago. Do you want another one or not?" Obi Wan Chigona says, "Hey, Sonny, how you handling this new move away from plastic packaging? Will this impact your your mock collection, mint on card?" Um, no, it really doesn't bother me. I open up my stuff. There's a few things that are still packaged that I can't bring myself to open. Uh, can't bring myself to open that right there. Don't know why, but I can't. Bought that one early on because it was a good deal. Now it's like crazy prices. People are like, "You should sell it." I'm like, "I don't want to sell it." But yeah, I can't bring myself to open that one. But men on card, if you are a men on card collector, let me know. I'll sell you my boxes for free. Not for free. I'll sell you my boxes for like $8 plus shipping, and handling and goods and services. And I'll tape it. I'll make sure I tape it properly. It will suck though, like if you go to the store and buy one and someone has swapped it out. I know a lot of people are complaining about figure swaps. Realistically though, figure swaps don't happen all the time. I've seen a few in my day. I haven't seen a whole bunch of them. Like people think it's a, I wouldn't want to call it a pandemic. They think it's a widespread issue. It happens, but it's not as problematic as people think it is. Like they see one person posted on the internet, they're like, "Oh man, all this happens all the time." Like it doesn't. Think about all the figures that get sold. It's such a small fraction. I don't think it's really going to bother anything. But it does help because now you can display the box and the figure. Mark C says, I get war flashbacks for this one coworker. I strongly disagree with their existence. God dang. Mr. Jones says, I remember the sexual harassment training video we had to watch at Garden Ridge. Garden Ridge, throwback right there. Where the dude was all, hey, Monica, you free Saturday night? Like a girl with stamina. Like a girl with stamina. Oh, man. How is that not a pickup line? Lucky Butter says Black Friday is a warehouse dump for all the retail stores. It pretty much is. It used to be, and not so much anymore. Now it's more like the product they already have just going on sale. But at Target back in the day in Black Friday, it would be brand new product that we'd never seen before. It was just we were like, oh, let's sell it all. And it was always the cheap brands that would give us a ton of their stuff. Like nobody wants this. Nobody wants this for the even cheaper part. Clockwork Gorge says, yes, sir, I got to see my mom. Happy Mother's Day to everyone's moms. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody's moms. I was going to have my mom on a live stream, but she's like, it's too late. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't going to have her on here. Last time she stole the show, everybody was like, your mom did better than you did. And I was like, what? And it hurt my feelings. It really did. No, it didn't. No, but yeah, I do need to get her on the stream again. She was cool last time, I guess. Margie says, I'll sell you my boxes. I will. I'll sell you my boxes. I have no problem doing that. Logic 44 says the training videos I've watched had one of the actors who was on Big Bang Theory later on. Hey, that's cool. That's actually pretty cool whenever that happens. I haven't personally seen anything like that. I'm hoping that one day the training videos that I did, someone's like, oh man, that's that guy right there that's on the run from the law. I didn't know he made this training video. I actually did do some training videos for my job for their ethics videos. So I'm all there like, oh hey, how's it going, guys? I just got these cookies. And then someone's like, hey man, sorry dude. We can't take cookies like that from customers. I'm like, but the little old lady, she made them. They're like, can't take cookies, bro. I'm like, oh darn. I guess we'll give these to the homeless shelter. Which didn't really make a whole lot of sense because I still accepted them. And then the very next year, they were like, oh yeah, we changed all the rules. Now you can accept cookies. So then I go on to the new video the following year. I'm like, hey guys, I just got these cookies. And they're like, oh man, that's awesome. Can we eat some too? I'm like, let's all eat cookies. And it really confused everybody on what our actual rules were for accepting cookies from people. Because one year I said I couldn't eat them. And then the very next year I said, hey, let's go and eat them. And everybody's fine with it. Lucky Butter says that 3-pack was fairly easy to get when it came out. That's a cool 3-pack though, man. I really like the 3-pack. The love triangle. I still say it should be called the X-Men Menage a Trois, but you know, I don't know French. So I think that translates to love triangle. Ooh. They need to make a they should like make figures of real people and that way we can have an entanglement pack with Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and that other dude, August something or another. The entanglement pack. That's what they need to rename this. The entanglement pack. Ken's Toy says we had a woman attempt to walk out with a frozen turkey under her dress. All I could do was laugh and it got me rolled up. Oh man. Mark C says, and I'll do it again. Sonny asserting dominance when selling boxes. Sell my boxes. I'll even sell the window boxes. I got a bunch of window boxes still. I can't get rid. I don't know what's my problem. I can't get rid of these boxes. Uh, August Alsina. There you go. That's his name. No, but it's funny because we were talking about at work. We were talking about our old jobs and people stealing and stuff like that. And I mentioned that there was a dude that he ended up getting fired because he chased someone who's I think he stole like a cell phone. Which if you stole a cell phone from Target, you just got a display model. Like there was nothing you could do with it. It was completely empty, and the case it was just like a case. People stole them all the time. But the dude chased them out of the parking lot, which then became like a legal issue or whatever, and so they fired him on the spot. Then he tried to tell me, he goes, I've seen you pull knives on people. I'm like, hey, shut your mouth, dude. Like, you're in trouble. You're fired. Don't bring me down with you, man. I don't know you. I was like, we ain't in no gang. We just matching because we work at Target, dog. Then he got fired. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he went on to become something great. Who knows? Clockwork Orange says sell medical boxes. Ooh. Mm. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if I can park with those boxes. Mad Logic 44 says, here's something Target related. Has anyone noticed that there are no legends in the toy aisle right now? So I was at a Target the other day and they had one of the short end caps. Since everybody here worked at Target at some point, y'all know what an end cap is. They had a short end cap with Doctor Strange stuff, and there were the Defender Strange tag on the shelf there. Although they did have Wong and Mordo thrown in the NECA section, just randomly tossed. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna become a new planogram gonna come out. They'll probably they might even give it a bigger footing. So that's probably why we don't see it right now. Mr. Jones says my first job was at Kroger, and one Christmas this lady and her daughter ran out the store with 2 shopping carts full of groceries without paying. They unloaded quick and never got caught. Yeah, some people do that. Some people are fast. I'm like, dang, y'all practice? Like y'all at home just unloading stuff randomly? Malodge 44. Oh, Nasser says the red shirt khaki gang, khaki pants gang. Dude, I used to work at Target, right? Obviously. Um, one day I was wearing a solid red shirt with some Dickies and some red chucks with red laces in them because I worked at Target. Makes sense. I match. And I went to an AutoZone, and this dude wearing all blue with a blue bandana out of his back pocket, uh, that fool started like rapping on me. He was all like, he walks over to me, he's like, "What's up, cuz?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "All right, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, I just came from work, okay." And he's like, "All day, every day, dog." And so me wanting to not be punked so easily, I started repping on him, and I don't know if it just threw him off or whatever. I'm not even in the gang, and I was just like, whatever. I was like, man, I was like, let's do this right now. And he was like, oh, we good, cuz, we good, cuz. I said, all right, then, blood, I'll see you later. And he's like, walked out all awkward. Nah, I told my cousin I was with my cousin. I was like, hey, you had my back, right? If like he was for real, he was like, yeah, man, I had you. I was like, all right. I was like, I really honestly didn't know. I was like, I flipped, and I was like, all right, I went on defense. Matt Logic 44 says, I saw a back end cap, same, but nothing in the aisle. Yeah, see, so I'm like, they have them there, but they're just not in the aisle. Actually, I don't even think I saw. There was another one that I didn't see up there. I can't remember what other figures I didn't see, but there was one that I was like, oh, these are also noticeably missing. So I think they're just doing a reset. Scarlet Kid 1, what's going on, man? Says Will Smith cuckold box set comes with Jada, 6 dudes, and a fully articulated Will Smith crying in the corner. Oh, if it comes with a couch or armchair, I'd buy that. Nessa says should be on Kung Fu Hustle. Ken Soy says only legends in my local Target is a Colossus Wave, all marked down $12.99. Ooh, that's a good price for those though. Those are good figures. Not a fan of the Cyclops in there. Sorry, Dan Yoon, if you're still watching. But yeah, other than that, those are pretty good figures. Obi-Wan Chigona says, "What licenses would you like to see NECA get? I like for them to consider characters from American westerns. I don't want to see NECA get anything. I don't, I don't, man, they don't work well. I don't know. I'm not a big NECA fan. I do think that someone needs to give us some equilibrium figures. I would like to have was it a Preston, uh, Christian Bale. I'd love to have Christian Bale action figure from Equilibrium. I don't know if I'd want Tay Diggs unless they had like the removable face, like you could just like Fortnite figures. You know, you just pull the face off. But yeah, I think Equilibrium needs some figures. What other? What other license? Idiocracy needs figures. Dan Yoon, if you're still here, pitch that one out there, man. I'm just letting you know. Pitch it out there. Get out there into the universe. Although American westerns would be cool too. Although, what's that show? Westworld. Westworld has some western looking figures too, so you could always go snatch those up from Walgreens. They're always on clearance, anyways. Mr. Jones says, when I worked at GameStop, man, me and Mr. Jones, I don't know if we're the same person from a different multiverse, but I also worked at GameStop. We were giving out free red NBA bags with NBA 2K purchases, and this dude was all, "Hey yo, I can't be seen with no red bag, dog. You ain't got blue." Yeah, dude, some people are stupid, man. Ken Store says, lame. Clockwork Gorgeous says, I'd love to see them do Harder They Fall, Obi-Wan. Matt Lodge 44 says, we had guys when I was in SoCal who had to change out of uniform to go home. Yeah, some people were dumb. Actually, yeah, I was in South Austin, so it was big Crip territory. But I was from the east side, and it was a little bit different than South Austin. We had gangs, but we also didn't need gangs. We had crackheads all the time. So you had to kind of figure out how to get home all the time from like school too. So Scarlet Kid says, I want NECA to make a Van Damme figure line from the Van Damme TV show. That would be cool. Or just complete Van Damme, any figure, any character he ever was. Like Mulleted Van Damme, Guile Van Damme. I guess they couldn't do Street Fighter. Actually, I think if NECA was like, hey, Capcom, we want to make Street Fighter figures, but from the movie, Capcom would be like, all right, I don't care. Like, we'd pretend that doesn't work. That doesn't exist. Homebrew says, give me a Mezco Michael Knight. Marcus Yee says, Jada Toys for American Western figures since they got the Universal Monster figures done well. Marcus Yee says, Magnificent Seven figures, or the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Oh, that, or Three Amigos. Oh, man. Some Three Amigos figures. Mr. Jones says, Van Damme figs needs to come with $10,000 worth of cocaine. Ken Source says, later, guys, have to get at 5:30. Plastic crack for life. Hey, Ken Source, appreciate you for stopping through, man. Have a good night. Mr. Jones says, because supposedly when he was filming Street Fighter, he was doing 10K worth of cocaine a week. I believe it, though. They said that was all over the place. Scarlet Kid says, that's hilarious, Mr. Jones. Clockwork Orgy also had lots of laughs. Homedu says, at Dan Yoon, give us Blacklight Glow and the Dark Marvel Legends, but more so the character it makes sense for. The Walmart Black Panther glows. I don't know. The glowing thing, I don't know how I feel about that. Like is it Super 7 that has the glow in the dark foot soldier? People are like, oh man, it's glow in the dark. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, like a light up effect, cool. But I don't know about glow in the dark. Because it always comes in that like light green color. I don't know what color it would be. But I don't know. I don't know about the glow in the dark. Light up, yeah, I'm cool with that. Actually, they could make something that's fiber optic. That would be dope. Like Black Panther lined up with fiber optic, then you just hit a point on the back or whatever that spreads the light throughout the fiber optics. That would be dope. Because then you can give it as little or as much as you want. Uh, Marcus, he says Rebel Tech Van Dam, complete splits. Oh, G.I. Joe Van Dam, he has drop down hips. Clockwork Gorge says Van Dam comes with a dollar bill and a Jungle Coke line. Mezco Mr. T. Ooh. Storm Collectibles Mr. T, I think would work better. Actually, we almost got him. We got Zangief. So it's close. I already got the Mohawk. Mark C says Lone Rangers figures too. Mezco Scarface and orange t-shirt version. Oh yeah, his relaxed version. They do have I know 5K Toys had a Scarface figure for pre-order. Was it a couple weeks ago? It looks pretty cool, but I don't know. I don't know what that brand is. Mark C says you glitched for a hot second. Dang. That happens. It happens to us all. Dude says check out Walmart comic Black Panther. Yeah, that's the one with the purple on it, right? Does it glow though? Oh, under black light. Okay. So it's black light active. Okay. Black light active, that'll work too. Except like when you're at the club and you're like, oh man. Like if I wear this hat and the place got black light, all of a sudden you see all the lint and pelusa I got on there. I'm like, oh. Then I'm up there like, does anybody have some scotch tape so I can scotch tape all this lint off my hat? So black light's cool, unless you're wearing black, or if you're wearing white, and you're like, oh man, like what? One time I did that too. I was wearing a white T-shirt, and they hit the black light, and all of a sudden you can see like the strip where I took off the size label on it. I was like, gosh. The whole rest of the night I had my cup like this, cover it up. Scarlet Kid wants to StreamYard change something in the Matrix. That's why he glitched. Yeah, man, I got fun. I seriously, I keep saying, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this other thing. I haven't done it. I do need to, because StreamYard be screwing me all the time. Plus, I don't like using Mozilla Firefox, and that's what they keep telling me to use. Lucky Butter says, I like that glow in the dark foot soldier, but not sure if I'll grab it. I don't know. To me, it's like if you would have to buy a ton of figures to have glow in the dark to make it make sense if you want to take photography of it. If you're just gonna put it up on your shelf or whatever, that's cool, but I don't think it would work for photography unless you have a bunch of them. Like that Muckman. I guess the Muckman is glow in the dark too. Marksy says that sounds like the 3.75 Tron or Avatar figures from 2010-ish. I assume that Neca will give us Avatar figures. Or yeah, I think they would probably be the ones. If NECA gives us an Avatar figures, they need to keep them 7-inch. Don't go make them 8-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch, whatever. Leave them 7-inch. Then they'll fit in with all the 6-inch figures. Marksy says, I want to make a glow in the dark figure. Finding the right base is the step, though. I don't know. Glow in the dark is cool. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of glow. Like I like glow in the dark stuff, but if for a figure, I don't see the point really. Homedo says black light like the beginning of the belly. Yeah, they need black light active would be cool because then it could just still be a regular color or color that makes sense. You hit a black light and then it's activated at that point. Mark G says, "LOL T Rex hand." That's what you got to cover. You got to cover up, man. Like, Homedo says, Mark G, some Avatar figures will be pretty sick. Mr. Jones says, send me a picture on Instagram. Let's see what he sent. Actually, let's clean all this grease off my phone first. There we go. Marcus C says Mattel had the rights to the first Avatar line. I don't know if it expired or not. Pretty sure it did. It's been like 12 years. Man, can I show that? Oh, I had my badge around here somewhere. Let's see, fried chicken grease. It says home dude. Can I show that? You want me to block your name out? The Target badge. Mr. Jones Target badge, if I could get it. There we go. See, I guess you worked the Target after I did, because I have the Target badge where we had to punch a hole through the badge and put the little Target pin on there. Like as soon as you pass training, they're like, here you go, and they jam the pin in there and then put the little backing so you get the little Target badge. I got one of these like later on when I thought I lost that badge, they gave me one of those with the printed on. So I'm assuming you worked there after I did. But yeah, and then like because Target would give you that trainer badge, and it said trainee. I hated that badge because like I'd be at the register like, "Hello, sir, how are you doing? How can I help you?" And I'd be like, "Here you go. Here's your stuff." They'd be like, "Trainee, your parents were so cruel to name you trainee. Here's my money, guy." And I'm like, "Ah, dang." I gotta. How long? How many times do I gotta hear this trainee joke? Mr. Jones says they gave me this one when they moved me to logistics. Oh, okay. Wait, did it say it didn't? It wasn't specific, right? It just had your name. I didn't think they were department specific. No, I guess not. Actually, now at Target they allow you to put your preferred pronoun. I think I mentioned it the other day. I might have mentioned it here. I'm not sure, but there was a girl that she had. I'm assuming she was a girl. Uh, she had a badge. She had her name. It said she/they, which is kind of like it's not that defeats the purpose, but okay. But yeah, they allow you to do that now. Also, Instagram does it too, and I was gonna put some random letters that I found on there, but I was like, I don't know what it means, so I didn't put them. But it was stuff like XZ or ZE or something like that, or CZ like cubic zirconia. I wanted to put that, but I was like, I don't know what that means. Mad Logic says, so all of us were there in the 2000s. I was there from 2001 to 2004, I think. No, hold on. Because I stayed there part time. So I was there from 2001 to I think 2006. My first day working at, because I quit there, my first day working at EB Games was Halo 2 launch. So I think that was November 2006. Halo 2 release date. Oh, 2004. I worked at Target for 3 years. And then I went parts of that. 3 years? There's no way. Is it 3 years, guy? I thought I worked there a lot longer. Halo 2, November 9th, 2004. That was when I stopped working for Target. Yeah, I guess so. 3 years. I worked there for 3 years. I don't know why it seemed like way longer than that. Matt Logic says 2004 through 2012 for him. Okay, all right. Mr. Jones says I was there part time 2014, 2015, but they made it me full time in 15, even though I told them I couldn't because I worked part time at GameStop and I ran a home business. I was at both just for the discount. That's actually why I quit Target to go to GameStop was for the discount. Lucky Butter says, "Oh man, that Halo 2 launch. Played that game the minute I got home that night. I didn't because I had to sell a bunch of them. I had my steel case right there just waiting for me." Shallow, what's going on, man? He says, so I'm in Walmart Monday. Saw a cop. He stopped me asking if I've been taking 50-cent cup barcodes and putting them on stuff. No, I have not. The lost professional lady with them said he's distinguished looking. Okay. I only been told I've been distinguished looking because I wear suits now to work. Chowder says, while I continue to repeat, I haven't a clue what's going on with being accused of switching barcodes from cups or anything. I was calm and shocked, but I didn't do it. But signed a form, so I'm banned. What? That's ridiculous, man. Even though you're distinguished looking. Lucky Butter says those midnight releases had to suck back then. Actually, the midnight releases weren't too bad because we would have like some screens and systems for people to play on, and we'd have the game early, so we'd have people play it before the midnight release. They were actually pretty cool. Sometimes we'd have tournaments. Charlie says I got taken to a little office. Always the little office. The cop said I'm not under arrest and pulled out a card and read the Miranda rights. Then said Walmart's cameras are better than Fort Knox. No, they're not. Asking me to cooperate. While I continued to repeat, I haven't a clue what's going on with being accused of switching barcodes from cups or anything. I was calm and shocked, but I didn't do it. But signed a form, so I'm banned. That sucks, dude. Mark C says, what is even happening? Got a whole essay going on in the chat. uh, man, that sucks, dude. Can't go to Walmart no more, or that particular Walmart, or any Walmart. Because at Target, we used to kick people out the entire Target system. Like we used to pop up like, oh, if this person shows up, they're not allowed to be here. Like, oh, okay. Chandler says, I make it a point to not stand out anymore. I have no piercings or tattoos, just a little goatee with long blonde hair. Nothing crazy. A little distinguished goatee with long blonde hair. I don't know, man. Maybe the cop just had it out for you. Did you, by any chance, date his ex girlfriend or sister or something? In case they're watching and need a sponsor, I gotta make sure they think I look good. Uh, Lucky Butter says, "Oh, that does sound fun. I just remember the lines being long and wanted to get home to play the game I bought." So I worked at the mall, which the mall brings different people than the destination stores. So it was a little bit, it was to me it was more fun at the mall releases than at the destination store releases. Mr. Jones says, I never understood how stores can ban people. Like, you're really going to recognize one person out of a thousand after a few days? Yes. We had a list of people and we kept their picture um, in the electronics boat. That's what we called it, the electronics boat. At Target, we kept their picture. And so we'd go in and be like, oh, this is okay, this is today's list. And we'd have those people like that. Mr. Jones says, if I cut my hair and shave, I look like a whole different person. Or if you put, I will put on a wig and a fake mustache and a dress. Actually, that's the best way. Oh, I'm not gonna say it. Shallow says, then my friend today said I have a distinguished walk. So they know me. Oh, distinguished, like I thought you meant like, oh, look at that guy. He's distinguished. Is that not, maybe I'm thinking the wrong word. You mean like it's a well distinguished walk, like they could tell you, okay. So they know me just by my walk. She said I walk like a 12-year-old, like an old young person. I didn't read the former asked questions. I was just in shock with no proof at all from them. But I think I'm banned from every Walmart. This is crazy. I would just go to Sam's all the time. Like, I'm not at Walmart, just your sister's store. But yeah, I've been told that I have a walk that can be noticed. Uh, it's more of a gangster lean. No, it's not. Distinctive, distinctive. That's the word. Mad Logic 44, distinctive. Mark C said, wig and fake mustache. You're trying to be Uncle Machete. Yeah, man, I am. He's a cool dude. Distinctive walk. That's the one. Mad Logic hit it on. You have a distinctive look. I thought it was kind of odd, but that's why I was like, oh man, congratulations. She said you have a distinguished look. Uh, but distinctive is different. That's what it is. Chalo says that's the word the woman used, distinguished. Like, even though I have no distinguishing features like an Owen Wilson, no. Again, that's gonna be distinctive. So you have a distinctive look. All right, I got you now. Yeah, I've been told I have a distinctive walk. It's easily recognizable. He says, "Oh, maybe we should just say distinctive." Yeah, that's the word. That's the word we're going for right there. Charles says, "Yeah, LOL, you guys are right. Yeah." Today's word of the day is distinctive. Thank you, Matt Logic. Very distinctive look, very distinctive walk. All right. Mark C says we're gonna we're gonna need a dictionary for the live stream. I should just try to get one of the people that works at Webster's dictionary for the live stream. I'm like, you're just here for when we don't say the words right. Distinctive. There we go. I was like, man, Chalor, you need to change your name to Chalor the Distinguished. But now you need to change it to Chalor the Distinctive. Oh man. Distinguished, distinctive. Yeah, it's same. I got you, man. I got you. Uh man, where we going? Hey, going back to Chandler's comment though, Owen Wilson does have a very distinguished nose. Chandler says, I can't afford a lawyer, so how do I get this crap cleared? Guess I don't. I don't. Well, it depends. I would call the store and be like, "How long is my ban for?" They'll be like, "For life." Nah, no, it won't be. Or shave your goatee. I don't know how attached you are to it. Shave your goatee and dye your hair black, and you go right back in. Or you go to a different Walmart. But see, Mad Logic 44 says call Better Business Bureau. They can probably help for free. I don't know. They might. I used to always go to places that said, "Oh, Better Business Bureau." And then I found out you just pay the Better Business Bureau your dues. They're like, "Sure, here's your sticker. Put it on the front of your store." But yeah, yeah, that sucks though, Chandler, because you won't be able to get the Walmart exclusive releases now. If you need some Walmart exclusive releases, let me know, and I will charge you double the price. Only because I normally charge triple, but you know, you're here all the time, double for you, man. No, but that does suck though. If you are banned from Walmart, man. Mr. Jones, let's see. Chandler says I'm 100% committed to having my little goatee. It's the only thing not making me completely look 13 years old. Oh yeah. Did I just glitch again? My screen just turned black. I hope y'all can see me. Mr. Jones says you shouldn't have signed the forms, just walked out since you were innocent. Well, if a police officer read them as rights, I guess they could have arrested you if you want to go through an arrest. Sometimes the handcuffs can be a little bit rough. Um, oh, it depends. I would look at the police officer's handcuffs. If he has the kind with the little chain, you're okay. Those don't hurt that bad. But the kind with the hinge, those hurt immensely. But yeah, if they would have searched you and you didn't have anything on you, they have to let you go. You're innocent. They don't have any proof on you. So it all depends on how you want to go with that one. Marcus C says, "Nah, you good. Okay, you good. Still visible. All right." But yeah, and I do know the differences between the handcuffs. um, I carry a firearm, so anytime I get pulled over or police just want to ask me a question, I have to tell them, "Oh, I am carrying a firearm. I have my license." Although in Texas now you don't need a license, so now I'm just gonna be like, "I'm carrying a firearm." They're like, "All right, we're gonna handcuff you," and they always handcuff you like you're a criminal. I'm like, dude, I told you I had a gun on me. You should have been nice. You could have cuffed me front. I'm cool. I told you. But instead, they always handcuff you in the back, and the chain ones are so much more comfortable when your hands are behind your back because you can kind of move them around a little bit. But the cuffs that have that hinge, you have literally like this much space in between your two wrists, and they're like this, and they're not meant to be like that behind you. And yeah, there you go. See, Lucky Butter knows what I'm talking about. The hinge is a no go for sure. That hinge hurts, man. Like the hinge hurts more than when they slap the cuffs on you, just because it's just awkward position. In fact, the last time that they had me in cuffs with they were the hinge cuffs, and I was there for probably about hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. Yeah, it's not fun, man. Charlie says, "Oh, you're making it so much more depressed." Walmart exclusives. Well, there's online exclusives sometimes. I got that You Look on pre-order, so I can get that in the mail now. Oh yeah, yeah. That You Look looks cool, man. I call it the MCU lick because MCU collector put that one out there. That does look like a cool figure though. Matt Logic 44 says only ever had zip ties or the fuzzy kind. I never had the zip ties. Have I? No, I never had zip ties. Because I was cuffed for the officer's safety. I was not cuffed because I was committing crimes. So they're like, here you go, you get the cuffs. Charlotte says, yeah, why didn't they frisk me or watch me shop? I just returned something so I could buy this kick ass bow that's for children, but they could have seen if I was putting barcodes on stuff at least. Oh, that's what they're saying. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would have demanded to see the camera, the footage. Mr. Jones says, I'll be 43 Wednesday. Maybe I'll finally live a little, go do some crazy stuff, and get arrested so I can test the hinges. Do not test the hinges, man. The hinges suck, dude. I'm telling you. That is yeah. Like if anyone ever bring out like fuzzy handcuffs, you're like, ooh, this is gonna get a little kinky. But if they bring out fuzzy handcuffs with the hinge, be like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say no to the hinged fuzzy handcuffs. Uh, but yeah, no, if you want handcuffs on you, I'm pretty sure you can just ask an officer. Like, you slap some slap some handcuffs on me. They'll do it. Matt Lodge says they're gonna slap the Velcro ones on you. uh, yeah, no, man. If you want to get crazy and get the handcuff feel, all you gotta do is ask an officer if they'll handcuff you. I'm pretty sure they'll do it. Marcus uses enable for fuzzy handcuffs. If that's the case, you ever see the hog tie cuffs? They cuff your hands and your feet together. They have those as well. They come in the fuzzy variety. Uh, Mr. Jones says, but maybe not. I'm black in Texas. Might get more than handcuffs. That's true. That's true. How do you like being tased? You ever had that? I did tase well, I didn't tase. I used a stun gun. I kind of wanted to see what a stun gun felt like. And so me and my friends, well, I made friends when I went to ITT Technical Institute, which if any of y'all have heard of that place, y'all know to feel sorry for me. But it was across the street from a gun show or a place that they had a gun show every second Saturday of the month. And so we'd go to the gun show instead of go to school. And one day my friend bought a stun gun, and I actually stunned my own arm with it just to see what it felt like. And it's not fun. uh, like I was pressing the button, like going bzz, 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 bzz. And my friend was like, "Man, don't do it, man. Don't do it." And I was like, "Don't do what?" He goes, "I know you're trying to shock yourself." And I was like, "I'm like," I was offended that he just assumed of all the people that were around us, I would be the one to try to shock myself. So then I shocked myself, right? And so I was like, well, he kind of put it in my head like I had to do it at that point. Uh Marcus says the amount of references to ITT Technical Institute rivals the mandatory idiocracy mentioned. Speaking of idiocracy, no. Oh man. Maybe that's why Mike Judge said for me to just play myself in the movie. Because he knew about my ITT technical background. But we were in the library and I was playing with it. And Nico Hodge, what's going on, man? Says, what's up, Sunday crew? Feeling a bit under the weather, but had to stop by to say what's up. Oh man, I hope you're feeling better, man. We love seeing all your work on Instagram and stuff, but hope you do start feeling better then. Marcus Z says, do we have beef with ITG's Technical Institute? Let me know. Yes, we do. We have beef with them. Uh, but anyway, so I shocked my arm, right, to see what it feels like. And so I'm having the taser gun like bzz, bzz, or stun gun like bzz, 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 bzz. And then I just said bzz, and jammed it into my left arm. And then all of a sudden, I don't know where my left arm went because when I hit my arm, I guess the nerves lock up or whatever, and it shot my arm behind my back. And everybody was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Ah." And I pulled my arm out, and it was like it was stuck like this for like 4 hours. Uh, so then I was in class, just like trying to not draw attention to the fact that I had no function in my arm. I couldn't, my nerves had like locked up on it. Then I had some two dots right here for like 6 weeks. So what I'm saying is, kids, be careful when you're playing with weapons. Make sure that someone is there to help you unfold your arm. Uh, Mr. Jones says, what you don't know can hurt you, so that ITT help. Yeah, there you go. Lucky Butter says, best wishes at Nico Hodge, get better quickly. Marcus C says, gonna get ready to curb stomp a whole defunct institute. And the T-Rex hand returns. Yeah. But man, it was wild though, man, to just not have like control of your hand for a while. Like, dang. I had to drive home like that. And I was like, let me just adjust my mirror real quick. And then my arms just, yeah, it was wild, man. Uh Mr. Jones says we're looking for someone with a little more education, some experience. Oh dang, dude. That's why I did that. That's why I went to that school because the commercials got me. Like what was it? There was one. It was like a janitor. It was like a black janitor dude telling a black kid. He was like, "Yeah, man, you could make it," or something like that. And I was like, "Man, why ain't the Mexican janitors in my school ever tell me I could make it and go to ITT Tech too?" Then I went. I got nothing. Let's see. Marcus, he says that's not even a T-Rex anymore. That's a whole gang sign. Homedo says 588 2300 Empire today. Chowder says ITT Tech and DeVry College commercials ran rampant in the 90s and early 2000s. I was this close. I'm assuming he's going like this. To go to ITT Tech, decided to get real fancy and go to community college. Man, ooh. Matt Lodge 44 says, "Yo, not gonna lie, almost got me too. It got me. They got me. I got a degree and everything from them. I actually had my degree hanging up in my office at work, and people were like, 'Oh, you got an IT degree?' And I was like, 'I sure do.' And I'm not doing a thing but IT for a living." Let's see, Home Deuce is Bryman College commercials. We have a place up here called Everest Institute. And the whole time I thought it was only where you go to get your dental assistant degree. I didn't even know you needed a degree for that, but apparently you could get all kinds of degrees at Everest Institute. Because there's a is that the one? I think that's the one that has it. Where some guy's like, "Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You just sitting there watching this TV, watching this commercial. You could be doing so much more." And I'm like, if I was doing so much more, I wouldn't see the commercial though. Think about it, dude. Lucky Bird says, "Luckily you didn't have a manual car with that T-Rex arm." Yeah, I would have been like, I'm just gonna chill in my car for a bit. Mr. Jones says, "Or UTI." Yeah, that school, the initials threw me off. That's why I never even tried to go there. Urinary tract infection. I just did a Morpheus laugh like in John Wick. Mr. Jones says, "Damn, Art Institute of Houston commercials got me. Got my animation degree. Too bad the school in the commercial wasn't Houston." Yeah, there was one here too in Austin. I don't know what happened to it. I guess it shut down a few years ago. But they used to have the Art Institute of Austin. And I was like, I want to go there. I can learn how to draw cartoons. I can go learn how to make video game cartoon characters. I can learn how to become an animator. I'll go work for Disney. And then I saw the ITT Tech commercial. I was like, I gotta go there. I gotta do the ITT Tech thing. And it sucked too because like when I went to ITT Tech, there were two programs. There was CAD and then there was Computer Electronics Engineering Technology. And everybody that was involved in CAD had like Mercedes and BMWs and Porsches. And all of us other folks, we had whatever could finally just get us to school that day. So I was kind of like, dang, like I should have went for the CAD program. Charles says, "How many credits did you need for your ITT Tech degree?" I needed 70 or 80, but got too frustrated after 20 credits. They made my high school look like MIT. I think 96 credited hours or accredited hours is what we had to finish up with. And I got them all somehow, even though most of the time I was at the gun show. Mr. Jones says, "I think a lot of them shut down." Okay, yeah, I think the artists too here in Austin shut down. Now you can just like watch YouTube and do everything that way. Marcus E says, "I've been thinking about going to college or at least take some classes. It's convenient that y'all are talking about it." Marcus E, that's what we're here for, to help you with your future. Uh, the university is subtle, but I'll give her credit, I guess. Give her some accredited hours there. Mr. Jones said they had some dude from Acclaim Austin. Ooh, Acclaim. Can tell us about it. You can get a job with us. You can buy a Jaguar with a few paychecks. That's actually, I was hoping to get out of ITT Tech and go work at Acclaim, and then Acclaim just shut down and like fired their people without telling them that they were fired. So it's kind of weird. Like I was like, dang, I guess I won't be working on the new Mortal Kombat game. Uh, but yeah, no, like people tell me all the time, they're like, "Oh, you went to college, you wasted your money." I'm like, I don't know, because when I got my job, my college degree counted for some of my job experience, years worked. And so every time I got into the position, I hit the top, the top level pay. So I mean, it kind of paid off. So it's up to you, but at least take classes. Get some sort of a trade in there. I would recommend that. Chandler says my cousin learned CAD. He makes crazy money. See, that's what I'm talking about. But still lives in the hood from the 40 house in the from the 40s in the hood. He saw me years ago doing security at the grocery store and basically laughed at me. Well, I mean, if you live in the hood, it's all right. Like, well, I mean, is it gentrified? Did he like move in there and pay like way too much money for it, or did he live there because it was like, oh, it's only $900 a month? I don't know. Is that cheap? I don't know. Oh, it's only $400 a month. I don't know. But I mean, if he lives there, he has. If he owns the house, I don't see any issue with it. As long as he has the respect from the hood people, he should be good. Like if he's always getting robbed and people always breaking into his house and stealing his stuff or breaking things, he should probably move. But if he's not, I say go ahead and stick around. It's a nice culture to live in the hood. Just had to get a nice, refreshing sip of Golden Chick sweet tea. I hope Dan Yoon saw how good I push product like that. People are always saying too, they're like, "Oh man, Hasbro should give you some figures to review." I'm like, they do what they do. They got plans for everything. It is what it is. It's cool that they do that for people. I'm I would never go fight and push for it. Um, but yeah, that is cool that they do that for people. Also, we just talked about bloody tampons. Um, people saying, "Hope this is the right format for it." But let's see. Mark C says, "I was thinking about looking into graphic design. Maybe learn some basics. I want to learn how to make toys. So hopefully that could be useful. But I'm not committed to attending college, to be honest." Yeah, I don't know. Well, a CAD program would probably be pretty good for that. Computer aided design. Actually, I guess it's graphic design now at this point because everything's computer aided. Like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm a computer aided veterinarian. Oh, you went to college online for to be a veterinarian? Yeah, I'm a computer aided vet. Mr. Jones says we had two good teachers. One worked on Quest for Camelot. Oh, nice. We had many teachers who were students of U of H and didn't know what they were doing. Oh, I think you mentioned that. Yeah, that blows my mind that there were still students and teaching somewhere else. Child says no. He's straight up on West Greenville, South Carolina, which is the hood, not gentrified. But after laughing, he made nice, and we were supposed to hang out the next day, but he blew me off. Probably to go buy another Porsche. I think it's because his wife disapproves because I'm not preppy enough. But they live in the hood, so and you have a distinguished look. Chalor, don't forget that. Mark C says, what was the meal of the weekend day? I had some burgers for the last 2 days. I had burgers with my kids on Saturday. Today I had today we ate pretty terrible. We ate breakfast tacos really late in the day. And for people in California, those are small breakfast burritos. We call them breakfast tacos. And some leftover pizza because we had that here. So I was like, I'm gonna eat this pizza again. Then I had to run an errand, and Golden Chick was right there next to me. So I was like, let me grab a drink. Like I picked up this sweet tea. I told the dude, let me get a large sweet tea, man. He was like, all right, here you go. Then he handed it to me. It's like I think like 9:30 at this point. He's handing it to me. And he goes, you gonna drink all that sweet tea tonight? I was like, I sure am. He was like, oh, not me. I'll be up all night. I was like, dude, you're like 70. I'm gonna be up all night anyway. So got my golden chick tea. Mark C says, when I was in high school, I knew I wanted to take classes on writing, art, etc. Still would like to do it if I ever decide to. I mean, it would be cool. I don't know if Mr. Jones has any advice for you on that, but having the background on paper, as much people as are like, oh, it's experience, it's experience, it's experience. How do you get that experience though? That was my issue coming out of ITT Tech. It's like I graduated when I was 19 years old. Everybody else graduated like 20, 21. They were like full blown adults. They could go buy beer. And I was like, hey, I can buy cigarettes. Anybody want to vote today? Um, but like I could never get my foot in the door because I had zero experience and nobody wanted to hire a 19-year-old. So having the degree got me at least got me the interview. Whereas if I didn't have the degree, I don't think I would have even got the interview. I would never got the, you need an interview to get a job, to get the experience, so that the other places will hire you because you have experience. Like nobody's gonna hire you off the street. You're like, I don't know where you work at now, but say for instance you work at Luby's. I don't even know if you'll have Luby's up there. But if you have work at Luby's, it's like a cafeteria style restaurant. You can't just go and be like, hey, I want to be a graphic designer for you. All right, well, okay, what's your experience? Well, I work at Luby's right now. It's not gonna work. So a piece of paper, as some people like to say, oh, you just get a piece of paper. Yeah, it says you know what you're doing though. So that's the only issue. Lucky Brother says, any more trees fall down this weekend? Um, I cut some more this weekend. And I cut some pieces that were like humongous. I cut them down. Tomorrow morning, we're having people come out and cut the one that's above our house because I can't get to it. It's too high for me. It's not that I'm afraid of heights. I don't have a ladder big enough. Um, but yeah, so hopefully by the end of this week, I'll be tree problem free in my backyard. Mr. Jones says, I've been stress eating on nothing but junk for a few days, which means I got to work out harder this week. See, if I eat a lot of bad food and I'm like, man, I got to work harder this week, I got to work out, I just don't eat as much. And then the pounds are gone. Works out for me. Mr. Jones says, having a degree seemingly doesn't matter. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Pretty much every graphic design job I got was because I knew someone. There you go. There's the other option too. Marcus, you said, I thought you said loogies. I just taught my son today, or not today, yesterday, what a loogie was. Uh, that's the universe again, man. No, he had some allergy issues, and he was coughing, and then he runs to the bathroom and he spit out a loogie into the sink. And he comes out, and he was like, Dad, I had to go to the bathroom. I spit this thing out. He goes, I don't even know what it was. Is it okay? And I was like, that was a loogie. It's boogers that make their way into your throat and then you spit them up. All right, you're good, man. He was like, oh, okay. Loogie. Loogie. And I was like, yep, loogie. And then we high fived. And now he learned a new word today or yesterday. So I felt good. I was like, man, that's what parenting's all about right there. Mr. Jones says, but yeah, I gave up on working in video games after too many rejections for not having experience. But how do you get experience if no one hires you to get it? Exactly. I have a friend of mine, name is Andrew Augustine. He made a game called Super Ubi Land, and he's working on Super Ubi Land 2, which is actually available. I think I posted about it on Instagram. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at? But yeah, he developed his own game, and that's what got him attention from like Nintendo and Microsoft. If you have an Android, you can actually download it. So shout out to him. If I could find the game. Let me see. Ubi. Oh, it's called Up Ubi. Sorry. But yeah, it's a little platformer, side scroller. There we go. But yeah, he actually designed this game. There you go, Andrew Augustine. And several magazines did like interviews with him and stuff like that. Actually, it would be cool to get on this live stream one day. I'd be like, hey, let's talk about toys. He'd be like, I thought I was here to talk about my video game. I was like, when are you gonna make some Ubi figures? But yeah, that's the game right there. Up Ubi is what it's called. If you got Android, you can download it. I don't think it's available or ready yet for Apple. But yeah, it's a pretty dope little game. Lucky Butter says, I worked a Dookie squad at Target. Does that count as ITT Tech experience? Unfortunately, it does not. Actually, you know what? The very first job that I got that was not Target was for a company called Unisys. And I go into the interview, I have my collar shirt ironed and my khaki pants. And I was like, hello, how's it going today? They're like, oh, good. They're like, oh, we see you have an ITT Tech degree. And I was like, yes, I do. I graduated recently, blah, blah, whatever, all that stuff. They're like, you're hired right there on the spot. Hired. I'm like, oh, sweet, I'm hired. It was for a call center job. I did nothing with my degree there. I just answered phones. I was like, come on, man. They were like, well, we're using Windows NT and it shows here you have NT experience. I'm like, yeah, but so does that fool right there. And he's eating his boogers. That fool's like 50 something years old. Who at 50 years old eats their own boogers? And please also don't make me train with that guy. And they're like, oh, that's crazy. By the way, you're training with that guy. I was like, no, I should not have said nothing. Mark C says distinctive and loogies, 2 words of the day. We're on fire tonight. Yeah. Yeah, that guy, he was eating his own boogers. I'm pretty sure he swallowed his own loogies as well. Uh, um, but yeah, no, I was like, man. So that's the issue. Do you want to spend years in school to get the experience on paper, or are you able to know somebody to help you get that experience? So, Lucky Butter says, sounds like in the creating world, you have to make something to show what you're capable of doing if you don't know anyone. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty spot on right there. What Lucky Butter said. So Marcus G, go create something that way we can like it, and then you go from there. Go make some more plunderlings. Someone to oh yeah, look, put eyebrows on them. I forgot I did that last week. Um, but yeah, make something. Then like if I were to open up my OnlyFans, I'd have to make a video first before people would be like, oh yeah, I like this guy. Mr. Jones, see, he said he agrees. At Lucky Butter, pretty much that's why I just draw whatever and post whatever, and if someone sees it and contacts me, then so be it. Hey, yeah, shout out to Mr. Jones. He's been getting some contacts lately. Marcus Yee says, go create something. Thanks for calling me lazy, which is absolutely true. That's what we do here at the Sonny Channel. We speak the truth. Mr. Jones says, I got a comic book publisher's attention recently, but I don't want to say anything and jinx it. Just tell me only. Everybody else, close your eyes. Homedo says mentorship is key. Find someone who has what you want and emulate them at minimum. Yeah, that's another way to do it. Um, but yeah, I think that's what the main thing is. You have to create something to get the attention of the people who you're trying to get the attention of. If you don't want to do the schooling thing, Mark C says I lack motivation to do anything. I always consider myself to be a lazy person until someone pointed out all the stuff that I do, and I was like, I think I'm still gonna go with the lazy aspect though. But motivation can come from anything. You just gotta look for it. You don't gotta look for it. Sometimes it's just right there in your face. Mark C, you could start on the Yeetiverse, for instance. Lucky versus a Mr. Jones, interesting. Well, thanks for the heads up. Oh yeah, Mr. Jones, that's right. I didn't see it. Says I already know. We're friends on Facebook. I saw the post. Mr. Jones says also helps if you're online friends with people working in the space you want to work in. That's another thing too. Also, if you follow them, social media is a big way to get all that stuff too. Mark C says, I'm in the process of making my own toys and my own comic. Progress is slow. Hey man, hey, it's progress though. That's the important part. That it's always progress. Mr. Jones says it's called networking. It's also called stalking if they don't want you to be networking with them. For instance, no, I'm just kidding. I never stalked anybody. Too lazy to do that. Too lazy to start stalking people. Actually, I'm too busy now to stalk people, man. Like, yeah, it'd be too much work. But yeah, create something out there. put it out there, get the reception, get the other people's attention. Um, and that's how it works out for you. Like for instance, uh, well, no, it didn't really work for me. But no, with stand-up comedy is the same thing. It's like I guess if I pushed myself enough, I could get seen from the right people, and they'll be like, "Oh, come do this." Like I did that festival with HBO, and it's because I put my video on YouTube. Some guy in San Antonio saw it, called me up, and was like, "I want you to be on the show," and I was like, "Let's do it." He was like, "By the way, here's a list of your jokes you can't say." I was like, "Thanks for the censorship, buddy." Mark C says the universe is eternal. There we go. Lucky Butter says networking is big for sure. That's the thing. So here in the Austin acting community, they used to have mixers, and you would go and talk to industry professionals. I do this quotes because they were industry professionals back in the day. Uh, it was, I mean, I guess if you want to go to them, meet some new people. But a lot of it was just people who used to have connections and didn't have connections anymore. They'd be like, "Oh, today we have so and so." Like, "Oh, who is so and so? Who are they?" "Oh, well, they used to be a casting director in LA." "Oh, cool, that's awesome." They'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do they do now?" "Oh, well, they've retired since." "Okay, well, what are they gonna do for me?" They're like, "They're gonna give you knowledge." I'm like, "But that's LA. This is Texas. Different opportunities here." Plus, from what I understand from people who've been in LA and been in Texas, it was a whole different process. Mark G says, I've done some networking, but I haven't really taken advantage of it. Just listen to advice and people's experience and what they do and keep it in mind, I guess. I mean, that works too. But you do have to jump on some of that stuff when after you're networking and you get that information, you do got to jump on it. I was lazy. I didn't jump on any of that information. Like when I did, I don't know if y'all know this. I was in this film called Idiocracy. No, but when I was in Idiocracy, Mike Judge was on set with me, and he actually asked me, he's like, "Are you having fun?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Cool, you should keep doing it." I was like, "That's a good idea, Mike Judge. Thanks for the advice." I tried to keep doing it. He even told me, he's like, "Go take some acting classes, take some improv classes, take some classes, kind of refine yourself and figure out what kind of actor you're gonna be." And so I did that, but I kept thinking, like, in my head, I was like, man, I'm such a hilarious dude. I just need to take a few acting classes, and someone's gonna be like, I need to bring you to Hollywood with me so you can star in the next movie. Instead of focusing on those classes and then going out there and putting myself out there, I kept waiting for someone to find me versus trying to find somebody and put my talent in front of them. So that was my issue. Like I got great advice from Mike Judge, and I did nothing with it. So I struggled for quite some time before got an agent who was like, all right, we'll throw you in a few auditions. Ms. Jones says, networking and following people on social media is how I got to do some stuff for past Power Ranger actors. Yeah, those are cool how you do those too, man. I'm hoping that I follow enough people and they'll be like, hey, man, you want to be in a Marvel movie? I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks, dude. I did. I even got my red hood with me if you need it. It's in the car. Cool. Uh, although I'd probably have to shave my beard, but I'd be cool with that. I'll shave for Idiocracy. I'll shave for the MCU. Just putting it out there in case Kevin Feige is watching. If he's like accidentally going through video clips, he's like, I want to learn about bloody tampons. Oh, hey, the Sonny Channel's talking about them. But yeah, nah, networking is good, and especially like I said, if you network somebody, make sure you follow that advice. Go through with it. I didn't go through with it enough, so here I am talking in front of pictures that I shot. Actually, no, I like doing this though. I think even if I was a multimillionaire professional actor, I would still do this. I would just completely ignore the chat and just talk about my Hollywood day. Uh, take a drink real quick from my sponsor, or soon to be. Mark C says, as of right now, I've done a lot of rewrites and reevaluating the status of my story. I'm even considering on putting it aside to work on something just to build up my skills before the main project. That's a good idea too, man. I'm not gonna lie. Also because it'll sometimes pull your focus in another direction, and you actually might get inspiration from that other direction to put back into what you're working on. That's a very good idea to do though, man. Especially if you want that main project to be like your masterpiece, you want to put some practice in first. Chandler says that's the mentality I had growing up with waiting for someone to discover me. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. That a dream girl would just show up at my parents' door and take me away like a princess. Oh, that'd have been romantic. She probably would pull up in a Ferrari, be like, "Er, goatee and blonde hair, come with me. You look distinguished." You hop in, boop, y'all take off and live and love each other forever. Mr. Jones says, I'm cool with Kevin. I'm gonna tell you want to play the hood in the next phase of MCU. Oh, sweet, thanks. Uh, and he also says, I'm kidding. I don't know Kevin Feige, or do I? Yeah. At Charlie, yeah, I waited for a girl to come find me because I was too damn lazy to go look for myself. I mean, that happens. No, but like, I, because I had read that, Rosario Dawson, like someone pulled up on her, like she was at in front of her house or something. They're like, hey, you look hot. You want to be in a movie? And she was like, yeah, I do. I'm pretty. And she's like, all right, boom. And I was like, oh, cool. That'll happen to me. Someone will be like, hey, man, you look hilarious. You want to come be in a movie? I'm like, sure, I do. And they'll be like, hey, were you in Idiocracy? And I'm like, I sure was. All right. No, actually, it kind of did suck because Idiocracy got like shelved, or they screwed it over basically. And so I blame Fox for all my failures. No. Mark G says exactly the main project I've been working on is like a passion project. Been planning on it for years. Yeah, man. If you wanted to come out properly, I would steer your focus somewhere else for a bit, just for a bit. Get some practice in. That way you can kind of fine tune yourself before you put on that major project. Lucky Brother says you gotta look like the fool before becoming the master. I've been looking like a fool for years, dude. Here in Texas, we call everybody fool. We leave off the L though. We're like, hey fool, what's up, fool? Hey, what's up, fool? See that fool right there? I call my mom fool all the time. She'd be like, I'm not a fool. I'm like, I didn't call you fool, mom. I called you fool. All right, fool. And she'd be like, stop calling me. I'm like, mom, look, you're making me look like a fool because you think I'm calling you a fool, fool. So there's a lot of that stuff. Mr. Jones says, also got so many rejections over the years. I used to go for jobs I wanted because people told me jobs won't come to me. But after all the rejections, I stopped. I get that too, man. Uh, Rosario Dawson gonna hit up Mr. Jones. Uh, nah, but I did that too. Like for like then I started going out like, oh, I'll go be in I'll go do student films. Cause Mike Judge just say that. He's like, yeah, you can do some student films, kind of work on your craft. I would go out for so many student films and they'd be like, nope, we don't want you. And I'm like, do you not see my resume? And it just said Idiocracy. Like, that's the only thing I had on there. Until finally people started taking the chances on me. And I ended up working in like an inner circle of people that they all somehow knew each other. And it was cool too because I was hitting up all these people for student films, and these one students picked me to be in their project, and their teacher also happened to be working on a project because the teacher was like, "Well, if I'm gonna make you do a film, I'm gonna do a film as well, so we can, have a film festival thing." And I showed up in both of their films, and she was tripping out. She was like, "Oh my goodness, y'all got Sonny too?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's cool." So it was kind of cool. That was cool. And then, like I said, from there, people that were working on the productions put me in their student films, and it got a little bit like that. And I was like, I just got tired of doing the student film route. Um, Mostly because not every student film comes out. And then all of a sudden you're like, I've spent all this time and nothing came of it, which I get it now. Cause I try to do like my own skits and short films and stuff. And, yeah, some of the stuff didn't come out, but I never involved anybody else. So that was a difference. Let's see. Mr. Jones, for real, like we mentioned, we can attract girls, which is crazy on its own, but lack that play or determination mindset. Mark C says, I thought of doing a horror story. Horror is out of my wheelhouse, but I've been interested in the history background of 70s, 80s slasher flicks. That would be cool too. I actually one time tried to write a small script to do a zombie film with some friends of mine, um, but from the perspective of the zombie. And so it's like the zombies were normal, just they would decay, and all the normal people were like extremely fast because zombies will have that slow down effect. But if that's your normal, someone else's normal speed might be fast to you. I told one of my actress friends about that. I was like, look, I'm thinking about doing this, and she was like, write it up. I think I wrote 3 pages. I was like, this is too much. I was just waiting for someone to discover me instead. But yeah, I mean, it was cool because I was like, I used to try to do only like comedy type stuff. In fact, there's some skits on the internet that they'll probably get me canceled if I ever become famous. So I should probably pull those down. But they're out there. Miss Jones says, yeah, after enough rejection, my spirit was crushed. So I just went into if it happens, it happens mode. That's the way I am right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's like MJ said in Spider-Man No Way Home. What did she say? If you expect I forgot the quote. I just saw the movie the other night again. If you expect the worst, you're not disappointed, or something like that. Way better quote than with great responsibility comes or great power comes great responsibility. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And Mark C says, and I'm also trying to do some comedy writing too, but being funny is hard. Being funny is hard if you purposely try to be funny. I've learned that the hard way. With improv, that's the first rules, or that's one of the first rules is don't try to be funny. Let the funny come out. So don't force funny because then you get stuff like epic movie, disaster movie, all those movies that have the name movie after them after Scary Movie 2. You get stuff like that where they try to be funny and it comes off horrible. Lucky Butter says Sonny was the cool cat in the group. I was not. I was the worst person to be in that group. I was actually the person in the group that people are like, "We ever get arrested, it's probably gonna be because of Sonny." I'm like, "What?" I mean, it's not far off, but it's messed up. Chandler says, "Do you know if Mike Judge told every speaking role person they should take some classes and pursue acting, or maybe you were special because you were special? Sitting on me is better than 98% of Netflix." You know, actually, I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, Mike Judge was a really nice dude on set. Like, he made sure I was always comfortable, made sure that I knew what was going on. He came and he would tell me everything that they were about to do. Um, without making me feel like an idiot. Like he was like, "Hey, stupid, we're gonna be filming." He was like, "Hey, man, just so you're aware, we do this. This is camera's gonna be here," and so he was real cool about that. So props to shout out to Mike Judge, he was really cool on set, and I hope that he encouraged other people to go on and do more things. Mark C says flipping the script is hard too. LOL, there's nothing under the sun that hasn't been done, basically. Yeah, that's true. Mr. Jones says, oh, like that movie where people became zombies from drinking tainted beer, but while they were zombies, they thought they were normal and saw regular people as crazy. Yeah, that's man, dang, that's already been done. Crap, I should have wrote that a long time ago. There you go, Mr. Jones. If you expect disappointment, then you can never really be disappointed. He lives by that. The zombie movie was called Wasting Away. Oh, okay, I might have to check that out because that's basically what my idea was, but it was like circa 20 or 2005, I think. Yeah, I assumed we filmed in Idiocracy in 2003. Hadn't been discovered since 2005, and I was like, I got to just do this on my own. And I wrote 3 pages. And I was like, I'm done. This is too hard. Then I looked back over at my script of Idiocracy, and I was like, man, that's a lot of pages. Yeah, I can't do it. But there is a pretty good software called Celtics. It's a script writing software. It works pretty well if you're trying to write a script. I don't know if you're using any type of software, but it was free when I used it, and it worked pretty good. Marcus C says, I might share with you some of my writing sometime just to get your thoughts. Let me know, man. Um, but yeah, that Celtics. Well, actually, like the Celtics, I ended up doing outlines, and then a friend of mine, we'd come over and we'd improv a lot of our stuff and film it, put it together. Marcy says there's this one story idea I've heard, but I don't think I've seen. The supporting character ends up needing to carry the weight after the chosen one fails or is just incompetent. I feel like that's the plot to Kung Pao Into the Fist. No, I'm just kidding. I just heard chosen one. Uh, I mean, it would be cool. It could work. Chalice says, right, I've never tried to be funny, so when someone's wanting you to tell some story to other people or laughing constantly, it comes across as pandering. Yeah. Being naturally funny and talking about for 30 minutes about the last 2 hours of your life is one thing, but to form bits for stage is another story. That's where a lot of stand-up comics fall into. It's like they're like, oh, well, this funny thing happened to me. I'm gonna go tell people about it and they're gonna laugh. But it's like when you're on stage, you're performing. So you gotta perform that story for people. You can't just go up there and tell it. You gotta perform it for people. And that's what people don't understand. It's like you gotta I don't care if you tell the same if you use the same exact words you use to make your friends laugh about it because you told them about it. You can use those same words, but you still have to perform that story. And a lot of people don't understand that. There's like, oh, the other day I was banging this chick and she started farting. Like that might be funny with your friends, but you gotta perform that if you're gonna do it on stage, or else it just looks weird. And don't start humping stools. Never hump stools. I should make a short film just about humping stools. Uh, it'd be every stand-up comedian's, open mic comedian's favorite movie. Mr. Jones says, yeah, it was filmed cool. Like the zombie scenes were black and white, I think, and they thought they still looked normal and they were talking normally. See, I want to show like decay still. And the other side of it would have been they were walking fast and speaking fast. I actually thought, I was like, man, what if you make two films, one from the perspective of the zombies and one from the perspective of the normal people, and they coincided with each other. So if you saw zombies talking with the people running fast at one point, you would see that in the background. It got really complicated, basically. So I was like, okay, never mind. Mr. Jones says, but they were actually zombies, and when you see them from the normal people's perspective, it was in color and they moved slow and sounded like zombies to everyone else. Dang it. See, okay, that's my exact idea. Was it written by my friend? Did she steal my idea? I haven't heard from her in a bit. I'm gonna be mad if she's living it up in Hollywood based off of that movie right there. Oh, I forgot. Shout out to Mike D. I don't think he's here in the chat right now. He usually watches the next day. But got some bats. I was like, I do have toy stuff to talk about today. With the assist and from Empire Toys. Took a really long time to get here, but I don't blame them. It's that much. I blame mostly the post office. But I do want to check these out on the live stream. Let's see. Mark Z says I can see that working. There's this kind of poem format that does that sort of. Yeah. Miss Jones says, what was her name? Her name was Jessie. I can't remember that. But if it's written by Jesse, I'll be so mad. Classified bats, what a find. Yeah, was it Mike D? I believe that's his YouTube name here too. Uh was like, hey man, I ordered these from Empire Toys. They came in, can't use them. You want to take over? And I was like, sure, let's do it. But yeah, man, these are I was like, I'm gonna open them on set. Those single jointed elbows on that bat. Let's find out. Gotta take this out quietly because it's midnight and a half already here in Texas. Kids and wife have been asleep for a bit. So shout out to Mike D and Empire Toys. Oh man, okay, it is. Yeah, so it is single jointed. So it's single jointed elbow. Wait, no. It's double jointed. It is double. Because then you have, man, that feels really tight right there. Yeah, it's double. It just looks weird when you do it, but it is double. Mr. Jones says it was written by Matthew Conan and Sean Conan and starred Matthew Davis, Juliana Robinson, Michael Grant Terry. I bet that's her. That's probably her pen name, Matthew Conan. Can't believe Jesse would do that to me. Jesse, aka Matthew Conan. How dare she? Yeah, so Lucky Butter, they are double jointed. Ooh man, these are cool. Mark Z says, haven't been able to find them any at my local Target. Wanted to use them for custom, but I gave up. Yeah, I had not seen these in store. In fact, the only thing I keep seeing in store is Gung Ho and the movie line. Every now and then I'll see a Cobra Commander, but yeah, I haven't seen too many. I haven't seen any of the new ones at Targets. Oh man, I like this because it comes with alternate head. I can take this off. Mark Z says, love those bats have non-existent elbows at all. Oh man, hold on. My headset's about to die. Let me get is this a plug for it? No, it's not. So no. Hang on, I gotta go grab a plug for my headset real quick. Hopefully I don't lose connection too fast. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. All right, I'm back now. Kind of back now. Okay, we still good? Still hear me? Still hear me? All right. Okay, cool. Matt Lodge says the bats need a bit of heat to get them loose. Mine are very tight. Yeah, these are. Yeah, it was really tight. But yeah, other than that, they're pretty cool. Lucky Best says, oh nice. I thought they would have been single jointed. Mr. Jones says, I get all my Joes online. Only ones I ever see in stores are the movie ones, Gung Ho. Yeah, that's the ones I see too. But I see Cobra Commander more often than Lady J now. Finally watched Snake Eyes a few days ago. Didn't hate it. I need to watch it just to see, just check it out. There we go. Almost sounded like you were underwater. You're good now though. Yeah, I had this cord. I use this headset for work too, and I had it in my living room, so I knew I was gonna get out of range. Because I live in a huge mansion because of my idiocracy days. Um, Mike Judge bought me a mansion, whatever. Uh, no, my living room. I live in a one-story house, so it's like I gotta run all the way across the house to get to my living room. Got the apocalypse claw. No, but this damaged head looks dope right there. Oh, can't grab focus. Hold on, I'll put it on a figure. But I do like that it comes with all these accessories though. I don't know, some people are like, oh, Marvel Legends should come with more accessories. Like, all right, man, like calm down. Like the Marvel Legends groups on Facebook, they do the most complaining. I'm like, why are you even in a group dedicated to Marvel Legends if all you're gonna do is complain about them? To me, that makes no sense. It's like dudes that are like, oh, girls are whores. They got OnlyFans and they get naked, but they subscribe to them. Like, okay, yeah. Whatever you say there, buddy. Man, this is cool. So, yeah, if I get the head on, got sometimes you gotta heat it up. I hope people just tune in just right there and they're like, "What is he doing?" Okay, Home Dude says, "Hear me, Mark C. Wade, you just let another man buy you a mansion. Psh, could never be me." Yeah, man. When he said that, I was like, I started thinking about it. I was like, man, I was like, have I ever? Yeah, I guess I have let people buy me stuff. Actually, Matt, who comes in here, Weasel, who comes in sometimes. One day he hit me up on Facebook because I was headed to uh, Dallas to do an audition. He was like, "Bro, let's have lunch." I was like, "Screw it, let's do it," and I did. He's a cool dude, real cool dude. Man, for some reason this head will not go on. You know, I have had some messed up heads from Hasbro before, where they didn't go onto the peg. This one, it's really difficult. Mr. Jones says Sonny uses a headset for work. We finally know where he works. You ever seen that movie Girl Six? It's exactly what I do. Uh, no, it's for Zoom meetings or Microsoft Teams. Power Rangers fans are like that too. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, how you gonna be a fan and constantly complain? Makes zero sense to me. Mr. Jones says the Marvel Legend community and Marvel Legend collectors Facebook groups are pretty toxic. Yeah, that's like putting it lightly there. Marcus, nobody wants garbage, sir. You're in your 40s. Take care of your kids. basically, man. Mr. Joseph, some of the Power Rangers pages are pretty awful too. I've seen I was a Power Ranger live stream that I was watching, and they were just like, what did they say? Oh, there was a Power Ranger live stream, and there was a lady on there, and what did she have like? Okay, she looked like a lesbian. And like people were commenting about her sexuality in the chat. I'm like, she said nothing about any of that. Like, I don't understand where that's coming from. It made no sense to me. Like, why are you attacking this lady? She didn't say anything about it. Let her live her life. You know, it was to me it was the dumbest thing. And I was like, I can't watch these Power Rangers ones anymore. I thought the Marvel Legends was bad, but they just attacked her for no reason. I was like, nah, man, this ain't for me right there. Marcy says they got this. I'm gonna keep buying and keep. Yeah, that'll show. Oh, I love those ones that say that. They're like, guys, we gotta talk with our money. Just stop buying them. I'm like, y'all can if y'all want. I was like, they be putting out some stuff I want, so that's not gonna happen for me. Man, these are dope. Mike D, if you're rewatching this and you got to this point, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you letting me scoop these up. But yeah, these are cool, man. I think I pre-ordered them somewhere. If I get this belt back down. There we go. Oh yeah, this is cool. Let's see. Was it Ranger Liz or was it Hasbro? I think it was a Hasbro person. But yeah, I was like that. It was to me it was the dumbest thing ever. I mean, that's like if I was doing my live stream, like, "Hey everybody, how's it going, guys? I'm Sunny. Nice to see y'all again. Hey, all right." And then someone in the chat was like, "Oh, I can't believe he has the number 2 on his chest. I hate him." I'm like, what? Like, I didn't say anything about it. Like what says, are you following those Facebook groups? Are following those Facebook groups worth it when looking for figures to buy? Sometimes. A lot of times they sell loose figures, and so that's when it's okay. Like that's when it makes sense to follow them. Um, actually, I've got some really good deals before. Like I got the black and red suit Cyclops with Emma Frost and Black Suit Magneto, I think for like $40 total. Where that Cyclops at the time was going for like 65 on his own. So sometimes you find really good deals on there. I got a Wolverine, the one that I lost the metal claws in the washer. I haven't taken them out yet. I got him for I think $20 shipped, and he came with the can of beams, metal claws. So sometimes you find really good deals on there. I'm not sure what that other person put. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't translate that. Miss Jones says I was in Gailey's bikes a few years ago. I don't know why I'm still in them. Yeah, that's the thing too. You like I said, you can find good deals on them, uh, but you can also get scammed in them. So it's a toss up, really. Mark C says some people got beef with number two. I guess, yeah. Mr. Jones says, you ever see that Mark guy during the Transformer streams? That dude's always high or drunk or something. I don't watch the Transformer streams because I don't really buy the Transformers. Like, if I buy Transformers, it's the red line that all the Transformers fans hate. So I don't really watch the Transformers ones. I have a feeling I was like, man, they're gonna pull me in some way with them. I actually saw the Transformers, the skeleton pterodactyl on clearance at Walmart for like $13. But I was like, I can't do it. Don't let me go into a new line. So I did not get it. I showed lots of strength and willpower. Yeah, these bats are cool though, man. I'm gonna take one of these to work with me because you can switch it up. It's almost like what's it, the Omega Sentinel from the House of X line. Ooh man, you got wait, I don't know how. There we go. You got a flamethrower arm. Yeah, this is a dope figure right here. You put all his extra arms in here in his backpack. Oh wait, put that one right there. You can have his hands back here. Man, the rest of this stream is just gonna be me playing with this toy right here. Put the hands in the back. You put them facing each other. Let's see. Miss Jones plastic crack, not even once. Yeah, I love those crackhead deals. Yeah, those gotta pay my bills deals or my disability check hasn't come in deals. There was one that people were making fun of the dude. He was like, "Hey guys, I need $100. Here's some figures I'm selling." He's like, "It's for my wife. I need to pay $100 or else they won't save her life at the hospital." Everybody's like, "What?" Oh yeah, Miss Jones. We were talking about that one. Uh, Apparently he sold the dude the figures. Like the other guy got him in. So hope his wife got saved. I mean, I don't know what doctor would be like. Sorry, dude, not gonna do it. $100, $100, or your wife is gonna die. Like, I don't know anybody. I don't know any doctor that would do that. So, Mark C says the Bumblebee movie figures look sick. I saw a few sound waves and they look amazing. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Those do look cool. Home Dude says Transformers been killing it. I buy Transformers. I buy the red lines, the red series, not the red lines, the red series from Walmart. So I don't gotta look dumb not being able to transform them. Mr. Jones says you should definitely watch those streams from Mark. Go back and check out one with him. Just see what I'm talking about. I'll go check them out. I'm gonna check some of those out. Mmm. Lucky Butter, that's a good idea. He said use a bat for his Rubio. What did I do with my Rubio? I had stuck his head on what did I stick his head on? Krillin, I think. Just because. Let me see. What did I do with that figure? I know Krillin, I keep him in a little bitty box. Man, but yeah, Rubio's head would look pretty cool on this. That's a good point. Mark Z says impromptu review. I thought about doing that before. I was like, maybe I'll just do my reviews on the live stream and then edit it later. I was like, kill two birds with one stone. Lucky Butter says, oh, just $100. Yeah. Yeah, that's what was weird, man. There go Mr. Jones says, oh, the dude with his wife. Yeah, it turned out to be true, and the other guy got them. Home says Reds are the crappiest. That's what it says, but I like it. Except for Cheetor. I was looking so forward to owning Cheetor, and that is a horrible, horrible figure. It's loose, can't even hold its own gun. So yeah, that was the only one that I did not like. Mr. Jones says he has a sound wave. Home dude leaves them. Oof. Actually, I bought a bunch of them on clearance too. I think the only one I paid full price was Soundwave and maybe Optimus Prime. Yeah, but I think the others I got on clearance. They hit clearance fast too, which I like. I like when toys hit clearance fast. Ms. Jones says I'm mad. I'm just mad the price has gone up so much on them for the size they are. Yeah. Lucky Bird says, yeah, I just found the bleached Optimus Prime red figure. Ooh, I need to get that one. And he also Mark Z says I still haven't got the Rubio head. Dude, I have. Well, the only reason I got Rubio head so quickly was because I had won it during Christmas time on Wade's live stream. Dude, I have no idea what I did with it. I really want to put it on this body now and completely steal all the glory for myself. Nah, I'm just kidding. I totally give credit, man. But yeah, I stuck the Rubio head on Krillin and don't know what I do with Krillin. I might have took it to work. Sometimes I take figures to work, throw them in my backpack. I take them out when I'm in a meeting. I pose them, and I leave them there on accident. Oh, Homedew says Cheetor sucks and the Transformers ones, to be fair. Okay, all right. I don't feel so bad. Mark Z says Studio Series might have the Fallen in the works. I think the Red Line would do that really well since he never transformed in the movie. The Fallen looked dope too. I like the way he looked in the movie. Lucky Butter says that Mark C. Hopefully Wade will paint some more at some point. Dude, saying it's been over a year. Yeah, man, he does a good job with them too. Let me see. I'm gonna try to find this Krillin figure with Rubio head on it. I know it's gotta be around here somewhere. Like I was just messing with it too. Could be my kid might have taken it. He likes to take things. Then he returns them to me later, like, "Hey, Dad, here's that toy that I borrowed." I'm like, "I didn't know you borrowed anything, man." Is he in here? Oh, looks nope. Oh, you know what? I think I had him here. Man, I really want to try to see what the Rubio head looks like on here now. Chow says, I'm not huge into Power Rangers. Nope, not in here either. Dang, what did I do with it? But really tempted with that white ninja that's out now at Target with the 3 heads. Never seen them before, but it looks like Tommy with the ponytail. Those ninja, Power Rangers ninja, what are they called? Ninja Warriors? I know Mr. Jones knows which ones they are. Uh, yeah, those ninja Power Rangers, though, they look dope. I think they're from the movie. I think the second movie. Was there a second movie? Am I making that up? I don't even know at this point anymore. Uh, but yeah, those Ninja Power Rangers look dope though. Mr. Jones says over a year is Wade Mezco. Mezco Wade. That's what his new name is. Lucky Bird says, yeah, I waited for a hot minute for my Rubio head to arrive, but totally worth the wait. Yeah, man. It looks dope. If I knew where mine was at, I'd show y'all. Hey, what did I do with it? Ninjetti. Thank you. Ninjetti. That's what Power Rangers Ninjetti. Humble says, at Charlotte St. Bro, I did buy one of the Zeo Ranger Goon, and it's dope. The Power Rangers figures are cool. I buy them when they're on clearance too. I, I think the only ones I paid full price for were the birds, the Tango Warriors. I think those are the only ones I bought on regular price. Mark Z says it's just the Ninja Rangers from season 3. Is it season 3? Okay. I don't know. I thought it was the movie. They don't have the rights to the movie designs, but it's pretty much the same. Okay. All right. Cool. And yeah, that's Tommy. First movie. Okay. And the show, but two different origins for the suits. That's what it is. I was like, I know I remembered from. I thought I remembered it from the movie because I thought like I think McDonald's might have had a tie-in toy with them at the time. I just couldn't remember. But man, now I'm really. Hey, by the way, all y'all that said Eternals figure suck. This is actually a pretty good figure. Her head's kind of big, um, but the figure itself is actually pretty cool. Like if I had to rate the bodies of the figures as far as what they could do, Sprite would probably be my favorite female figure on the in the line. Like I said, she got kind of a big head. She looks like Hillary Clinton a little, but that's actually a pretty good figure. Now I just need Kingo to finish up this dude. Man, y'all got me like paranoid. Now I'm like searching, looking at everything I have here to find that Krillin figure. Let me see. Where did I have it last? Is it in the car? Really gotta find that now. Let's see. Mark C says the white Ninja Ranger was disappointing for me. Pink one was good in my opinion, but still lacking, especially for waiting for so long. They look cool though, man. Don't Google Tenga egg. I don't know why they named that accessory that. Man, I don't know. I gotta Google it. Uh, now I really gotta Google it now. Sprite is a good figure. Yeah, Home Dude. Yeah, Sprite is. I was shocked. I was like, man, this is a really good figure. I was actually shocked at how good it was. Not saying it was bad, like I expected it to be bad, but I didn't expect this. The amount of range that she has, I didn't expect that. Mad Logic 44 says I picked up Sama and Angelina. Not bad. I like Angelina, but the knees. As soon as you bend them knees, the knee pad things are way too high. Holmes says I just looked up the Zeo Goon. Is it the black and white ones or the robot looking ones? I was highly tempted to get that Doctor Who Cyberman looking one. Lucky Bird says, "Oh no, Krillin's left the building." Yeah, I don't know what I did with it, man. I'm like so lost in what happened to that Krillin figure. I'm gonna find it though. Here, I'll show y'all what I did. So it was this day that I had it. But yeah, I stuck Rubio on Krillin's head, Krillin's body. It wasn't that bad of a look, but yeah, it'd probably look way better on a bat. That's my mission in life tonight is to look for that Krillin figure and put that Rubio head onto here. The mess of things, I don't even see the box that I keep Krillin in. So I'm pretty sure I probably left it at work. Which just goes to show you kids, don't take your toys to work. Actually, you probably should. It's a good stress reliever. Let's see if I can. It's in here, Spider-Man, another Spider-Man. My knockoff Mythic Legions, man. Nope, not in there. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Miss Jones says I'm still not gonna get those Ninjetti. What? They look cool, man. One of the few Power Rangers things I'm passing on. I liked the way they looked. They would go good against the Red Hand Ninjas or the Foosh Ninjas. Lucky Butter says it looks great. At Charlor, those are the cogs. Mark C says I plan on using the Ruby head on a stealth Game Reverse cap with a movie cable arm. Oh, the Game Reverse cap. Dude, the Game Reverse cap figures are dope, man. I actually picked up a second body at Ross for like $9. And then I hit up Black Hole Comics because they were selling some parts. So now I got two of the pork grind figures with that stealth body, or as I call them, Captain Hamerica. But I don't know why. I just like this. This is a good body too that everybody passed on. And of course, I just like the way it looks with that pork grind head on it. So had to get a second one. Looking to get a third if if I can manage to get both the head and the body for a decent price again. I might have a third. I just like the way they look. Chalice says, I look where I thought about that because I've only been kit bashing painting, but I've never done any sculpting on figures. Are you gonna full on like that? Homie, yes, the gold robot face ones with the two heads. I highly recommend it. That's what someone else said that was a good figure too. Was it D Amazing? It might have been him. Luckbird says a little feel of those SHF Dragon Ball figures is really hard for another company to compete with them. Dude, I'm tripped out at how well the SHF Dragon Ball figures are and how terrible the other figures are that I got from SHF. Because I have Spider-Man, have the Iron Spider. My kid loves playing with this one. Like he comes to my area here. He's like, Dad, can I play with that Spider-Man? I'm like, go ahead, man. He always plays with it. And then I got Harley Quinn, and that is a terrible figure. They're both SHF. I took a chance getting two Gokus from the SHF line. Someone was selling them for real cheap. So I picked them up and I was like, man, these, and even Jay's Figs have been telling me to pick up one just to at least try it out. And he was right. Those SHF Dragon Ball Z figures are dope, man. I have a friend of mine who used to collect only 112 or 1/6 Hot Toys. He's thinking about making the move over. He got one of them Dragon Ball figures. So he's thinking about making the move over to 112. I was like, come on over to the dark side, man. Chandler says Mr. Jones, yeah, the cogs, them those blank bodied kind of skeleton looking ones showed up while I put in Zeo goons. Only goons I have is the crow dude and a putty from the two pack. Ah, I want a putty so bad, but I don't want to pay the price for him. Matt Lodge 44 says a few at Ross. Yeah, if you can pick up stuff at Ross, that's the way to go. And Lucky Border says that Chandler now just grab the ones I really like the design of and mainly do head swaps. I was thinking of getting one to have someone paint a Spider-Man suit on that buck. Ooh, that'd be cool. Oscar Reynoso, what's going on, man? He says, yo, guys, am I late? Very late. We got 27 minutes left in the stream. Chandler says, Tengen Warrior. Damn, son, just said the name. Yeah, the Tengen Warriors. Those are dope, man. It sucks because one of mine, the wing, the feathers, they don't stay in that well, but it's still a dope figure. I saw one the other day at GameStop, I think it was. I was tempted to buy it. Real tempted. Everybody's saying, what up to Oscar Reynoso? Let's see. Lucky Butter says, I only have Dragon Ball figures and Spider-Mans from SHF. I love them so much. Japanese Spider is my favorite figure by far. Oh, yeah. I did see that one. That one looks cool. I don't know, man. They don't, I guess it doesn't translate well to a realistic looking figure, but the cartoon figures looks dope, or they seem dope. I almost bought Piccolo as well, but I was like, nah, I didn't feel like spending the money at the time. But one of the stores here, Toy Dojo here in Austin, They have quite a few Piccolos still. Charles says the Lucky Butter, ooh, was Spider-Man on the Lightning Collection body, and I do tend to like those bucks more, and they wouldn't be real muscular defined version, which would be nice. Yeah, I wonder why 978 Customs. I wonder if he's ever done one. He does a lot of Spider-Man customs. They look dope. I wonder if he's ever done it on a Power Ranger. Lucky Butter says Mark Z, those Tangle Warriors are really fun. They are. They're dope. That's what this photo is right there. The Tangle Warriors. This is one of my favorite photos I shot, by the way. At Lucky Butter, they're not bad. Got a few to army build, but I don't know. Wasn't satisfied as I thought. What? The Tangle Warriors are cool. I'm still like spot checking for that Krillin figure. Now I'm really like, what did I do with it? I'm gonna find it, put a bat head on there, so y'all can see what it looks like. If I find it tonight or tomorrow, I'll post it tomorrow. Where we at? Childish says that Mark C. Hot, yeah, Tanga. I should know that since I stared in the package every day. Glad I found one finally at Walgreens the other month. Lucky Butter said, Chowder, yeah, the armpits of those bucks could use some sanding to get the arms to rest a little closer to the body. Hey, that is true. I do find that about the Power Rangers. They do sit a bit far away. I get it though. Sometimes my underarms get all stanky, and I don't want them to really touch each other, so I stand like that too. Dang, Marcus, well, I did get mine for $10, so haha. Man, if you get any figure for $10, that's dope. Pick them up. Actually, I picked up another Icarus because I found another one for $7 at Target. It's a dope body. It's a dope figure. It's a dope body. That sounded weird, but it's a dope figure. But I did pick up another one. I might take the skirt off of him so he has more range. But yeah, this is another dope figure too. Everybody was clowning on the Eternals, but to me, the Icarus and Sprite, those are pretty dope. I like them a lot. Mark C says I'm arm building the putties and cogs though. Man, those putties they look dope too. I like I said, I miss those. But shout out to everybody that did get them. Nope. Charles says I'm not an articulation fanatic, but Marvel Select figures always frustrate. I mean, with their resting T poses like Cable and Gambit. Marcy said, Lucky Butter, their arms always look like they're attempting to T pose while vanilla. I swear no. So, see, there you go. Icarus is dope. Yeah, man, I really like that figure. And his head sculpt is pretty cool, too. The one with the eyes blasting stuff. But yeah, and Home Dude agreed. Sprite is probably, she's got to be the best female figure in that line, in that wave. Like I said, the head's kind of big. Not a big, huge fan of the head. I did put Lady J's head on her, and it looked all right. But I had to grab that ball peg right there with a pair of pliers and rip her head out of there. But yeah, other than that, it's cool. Perfect little kid body. I guess yeah, she was played by a little kid. I don't know. That part was weird in the movie. I was like, man, I had to go look up the actress's age. I hope they don't have a, 14-year-old girl acting to be in love with a dude. To me, it's weird. Like if I were an actor, they're like, "Oh yeah, your character falls in love with a 12-year-old." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna take this role." And they're like, "It's $4 million." I'm like, "So where's that 12-year-old girl you said?" No, I think that's kind of odd when they have older actors do that with younger actresses. I think they did that in is it Interview with the Vampire? I never saw the whole movie. I just saw my wife watching it the other day. Lucky Brother says Sonny, they have the putty on Amazon for 26. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sure they will go down in price at some point. Yeah, like I was always looking for them at Walgreens. Never saw them. Although if they were a store exclusive, I don't even know. Mark C says the figure I wanted to make that could glow in the dark. I want to use that Game Reverse Miles Morales figure, but I don't like the torso articulation, so I thought about some Rangers to use. Talking about this Miles Morales to glow in the dark. I did try to backlight him one day. It didn't really work out well, so nobody saw the picture. Miss Jones says, "Nah, you still ain't about to sell me on them Eternals figs. Love the movie, don't want the figs. My Target has them on clearance. It's still not, dude. If you get any of them, Icarus is the one. Sprite's another good one. He's also really good. If I had his other arm, he'd be better. But he's also a pretty good figure as well. You know, the ones that aren't hindered by the skirt too much are pretty good figures, dude. Like I might just give him a full customs arm if I can't find Kingo for a good price. It's weird. Like once I find one on clearance, it's like I don't want to pay the full price for any of the other ones in the wave. Like I'm like, no, I found one on clearance. I can find them all. So I haven't pulled the trigger. I have seen him on Amazon, but I think I can find them in Target for cheap. Chowder says, used to have putties out the pooper on Best Buy site. What? At least a 2-pack with the Green Ranger. I only got one like a joke. Man, I saw what figure did I see? Tigra at Best Buy for like was it $14? Yeah, like $14. They had a ton of them. And I was like, oh, I don't need another one. And now I don't have a clue where my Tiger's at. So I should have bought one. Lucky Bird said, Chatler at Mark Z for the retail on sale. I think those Mail Lightning collection bucks are fun to mess with and even better when you find them for $10 on there. I found Tommy the Green Ranger for $10 at Walgreens. And some of the I guess they're Zeo Rangers. I'm not sure who they are. They're like $5 at GameStop. That's why I always look for at GameStop. Charles says, "EU 12-year-old girl, that's disgusting. Hey, you heard about Generation Drag? It's a new Discovery Plus show by Tyra Banks that has kids in drag. I have never heard of that show." Mark Z says, "Yup, the translucent one. I thought about painting it or even casting it in glow in the dark paint pigment." Okay, that would probably make more sense than a foot soldier that's glow in the dark. I think there was a glow in the dark foot soldier back in the day with Playmates, but as a collector now, I don't see myself buying a glow in the dark foot soldier. Also, don't see myself buying Super 7. I don't have hatred towards Super 7. I just think it's a little overpriced for what you're getting. Now, if anybody from Super 7 is watching and wants to prove me wrong, hit me up. I'll give you my address. Lucky Butter says, oh, 20, the putties are still on BBTS? Ah, I'm not looking. Chandler says, the Lucky Butter, where have you found Lightning Collection for $10 or under? The only thing I've seen is Eternals for cheap. Chandler, look on GameStop, man. GameStop has Lightning Collection a lot of times for $10. Actually, like I said, I got some Blue Ranger and a Gold Ranger for $5 each. Marcus, he says, Lucky Brother, that's the goal. Hoping to pick up some waves when they get to $6, like the new Lost Galaxy Red. Hey, that Red Ranger looks dope. I saw it at the store the other day. Marcus, you randomly on Amazon or GameStop? Yeah, GameStop is a good sale going on. Wait, I gotta look at BBTS real quick. Let's see what they got here. Marcy says, Lucky Brother, GameStop is the go-to place for Rangers on sale, in my opinion. Prices drop real quick. Yeah, they do, and they go pretty fast too. I think Jace Figs bought like 5 of them Blue Rangers. Chandler says, I wanted a Tiger, but never ordered one from GameStop, but had no idea they were at Best Buy. How long ago was it when you saw one there? It was probably about maybe 5 weeks, maybe. But yeah, they were on clearance over there. So if you can find them, good luck, man, because they'll be on clearance. Let's see, Putty Patrol. Putty Patrol will not come up. Power Rangers, Putty. Man, they sure do got them for $22.99. Ooh wee. Man, y'all might see me messing with some Putty Patrol. Let's see. Mr. Jones says, "Let me go tell Kyle at Super 7 you're talking hot noise." That's the crazy thing. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't own Super 7. I'm not saying that their products are bad. I'm just saying they're a little bit high priced for what I see, what they come with. And I've never seen anyone post pics of figures from Super 7 with any other line. Like, I've never seen it. I don't know if I'm missing it, but I've never seen it. Lucky Brother says he comes with a rocket launcher. Heading to Best Buy tomorrow. Let me show. Let me see, man, because they were on clearance on the website too. Chalor, you're in luck, man. $13.99 at Best Buy right now. They're in stock on the website, so you can probably get them pick up in store. $13.99 for Tiger right there. I hear it's a dope figure. I have no idea what I do with mine though. But yeah, it says get it today nearby. I'm pretty sure you can do it for store pickup, man. You don't even gotta mess around with any of the other stores. And it's Best Buy got clearance right now. They got some Eternals figures, Mr. Jones. Uh, we can go get some. That Doctor Strange, that's a good Doctor Strange too, from the What If. Oh, it says sold out. Don't pay attention to that one. It claims to have the Scourge and the Hella 2-pack. Oh yeah. If you don't have these are cool figures too right here. I got these for like $10 for some dude on not Craigslist. Offer up. But these are good figures too. And that AR that he comes with is cool. $30, that's not bad either. But yeah, Chandler, pick it up that Tiger, man. Let me know what you think of it, and when I find mine, I'll confirm that. Mark C says the Z Putty Ab Crunch is really good. I was messing with this today, and I hope they reuse it for some Jungle Fury Rangers. I love their suits a lot. Lucky Butter says their products aren't for me. Super 7. Yeah, I think that's how I feel. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing the value in it. Mr. Jones says I mix my Super 7 TMNT stuff with my NECA Toon stuff for some characters. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense right there. Mark Z says I haven't been able to buy any Super 7 figures yet. You haven't been able to, you haven't wanted to. Difference there. Shadow says, awesome, thank you. I'm checking that Tiger out right now, right after the live. Yeah, man, check it out. I mean, it's still in stock, so that's cool right there. Oh, Mr. Jones is anti-Best Buy, man. Like Bruce says, Mr. Jones, what is your favorite Super 7 TMNT figure? I have Samurai Leo on pre-order. Dang, Mr. Jones got that pack for $11. It's a good figure though. Marcus Z says able to. I'm broke. I don't think you need them. I don't. That's just me. I don't think. I mean, the Disney ones look cool, but I don't know. I just can't do them. It's not gonna work for me. Uh, I was thinking though the other day. I was like, man, if they made one character, well, if they made Encanto characters, I'd probably get some because my kid loves that movie. Um, that was a character I was thinking about the other day. We were watching Disney cartoon. I'm like, man, if they made that character, I'd probably buy it. I don't remember what it was now, so they still don't have my money. Mr. Jones says, I've got the Metalhead, Mondo Gecko, Glow in the Dark Baxter. I have the Wave with Scratch on pre-order. Lucky Butter says when you get Marvel Legends or any figures at $10 or less, it's a great feeling. It is. I picked up the unmasked Peacemaker from Target for $7 yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. $7 though. I was like, man, I was like, man, if they got the whole wave, I could put together the shark for like $28. But they didn't. Only have one. Chandler says, I recently ordered $300 worth of Super 7 Thundercats from Amazon to hopefully get decent copies on top of my BBTS ones. So, am I going to be okay returning that much to Amazon or am I going to get banned? Ooh, what if you return them and they say, keep it, here's your money? I always want a chance that I'm not going to lie. So I'll be like, man, if I say I don't like it, they give me back my money. They did that to us. Like, we ordered a baby blanket for some baby shower or something. And we were like, oh, we don't want it after all. They're like, keep the blanket. Here's your money. I was like, great. And we still have this blanket we don't want. Mark C says, aside from height, the Rita Repulsa looks way better than the Lightning Collection. Uh, I'll give you that. That Rita does look cool. I saw it and I was like, that's a cool Rita figure. I don't have the Lightning Collection one, but I do have Lord Zed. Some dude was selling them for $10. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Mark C, Encanto. Somebody said, son said it with the speed of light. Lucky Butter said, Mr. Jones, I was debating Metalhead, but at the moment I still haven't pulled the trigger. I saw Metalhead in person. I still didn't do it. I was like, Chowder said Super 7 is only okay when no other company is making them. I just hope Mattel or Neca can snatch some of their properties. Well, people were complaining about that. Is it a Thundercats figure? Like the Foosh did an interview with them, and I think it was Laser Pants that pointed out that the people in the chat were just like killing everything, every aspect of it. And I went and looked at all the chat and stuff, and they don't seem very happy with what Super 7 is doing right now. It's probably because of my influence on them from me talking about Super 7. Uh, Mark G says use the blanket for Sentinel when he's feeling upset. Oh, that's a good idea. I think we used it for our dogs. Like, uh, let me see what Mr. Jones says. He said, I sent you the best conch. All right, here's some cosplay. Some Conchu cosplay right there. Real easy to get into. Just take you 2 pairs of granny panties and your Conchu. If y'all see me like that at Comic Con, y'all know why. Y'all know why. Lucky Butter says I always go to Amazon for most of my import figures. So if I get a bad one, it gets returned the next day. That's actually a pretty good idea. Mr. Jones says they're complaining about Tigra's paint. Is that the one they're complaining about? Something about an elbow pad? They're like, there is no elbow pad. It's her arm. I was like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm just here for the comments. But yeah, I was like, oh, I guess Super 7 fans are now turning against Super 7 themselves. One last time for the potential sponsorship there. But yeah, oh man, we're at 2 hours and 53 minutes already. Time's flying here. There we go. Chandler says it. Actually, I think you commented in there. Yeah, Brian Flynn told the Foosh that Tiger's elbow pad didn't get painted, so paint it yourself. But Brian wasn't aware that the figure has no sculpted elbow pad to paint. I think you were in there, right, Chandler? I think that you were one of the ones making that point. Marcus he says Churches feels betrayed. Churches is gonna roll up on Golden Chick and start popping shots. I just have a feeling that that's what's gonna happen. Man, this bad figure is dope. I should have opened this at the beginning of the live stream. So I've been playing with this whole time. Let's see. Chatter says, oh, okay, LOL. I was a little late with my message about the non-existing elbow pad. No, I think you were the one that I think I saw your name in that chat in that interview. I was like, oh yeah, man, even Chandler's mad about it. Oh, okay. So one thing about these bat figures is that the arm or the hand, I'll say it here, it hinges in and out, which would have been better if it hinged up and down. Little bit disappointed, but it's still a cool figure. So if you want his gun, he can shoot that way, but he can't lift it up or down. Other than that, still dope figure though. Still highly recommended it. Probably gonna do a review of this. Hopefully it comes out properly. I did a review for the Mafex Hush Batman. Sound messed up, so I need to redo it. I was gonna do a comparison of two Hulks. Didn't work out. It got too hot. I did it in my garage and it got too hot, and I was like, screw this, I'm not doing it. Uh, Charles says Mumra, Monkeyin, and Snowman are dope as hell though. Lucky Bird says that's a bummer for Super 7. Their figures look good, but hard to get behind when they keep asking for more and more pre-orders. That's what people say about Mezco, but the Rumble Society is what I like about them, and they push those out enough. Yeah, I did my standard blowing up the comment section with posts. I try to be too crazy with it. I want to have a figure in hand to see if I want more when it comes to other lines other than TMT. Uh, and normally we go to 1:30. I see my dog over here calling me, so we got 5 minutes left, but I'm going to end the stream here. But as always, I appreciate everybody popping through. Lucky Butter, Chalor, Marcus Yee, Scarlet Kid, Mr. Jones. There you go. Mr. Jones unboxing Sundays with Sonny. Only by Rumble Society from Mexico. Yeah, they're cool. Ken's Toys was here. Nasser, everybody. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I gotta go let this dog out, and hopefully we'll put some more content out there. And we'll see y'all next time. Mad Logic 44, by the way, is here too. See y'all next time.